everyone. Welcome
From
to
your
the Natural
notes.
Ones. I'm your new DM, Jackie. Welcome. We have Set Lolly joining us over there today.
Hi, Dungeon Mistress.
Hello.
Hi,
love that.
I'd like to do Step of the Wind to run out of this room.
Okay, bye.
Step of the wind.
Guys, let's just have a good time.
I mean, I gotta get
More
out
like
of jail.
Step of the Wimp.
Hey!
More like breaking the wind.
Hey!
No,
what it
that's
is.
my ability.
I know.
All right, Miles.
It
let's do
requires a
now.
3 months long rest to activate again, which actually...
Yeah.
About that time.
They don't want to see my face anyway. Don't say anything.
No,
They don't want to see my
Maxwell would not shut up about
Maxwell-
your beard.
Yeah, he literally
face. That's
texted us.
I shaved it off.
And
It's
he-
all, the temptation's gone. Cover my face again.
Did he not like the beard?
No, he-
Why?
he thinks
Oh.
he thinks his
That
beard is
means
really
he
sexy.
Exactly
I was
what
like,
he
how
said.
dare he?
You immediately put your elbows back on the table.
It's comfortable.
I think he just has a thing for beards, because like
Yeah.
5 times in the last several weeks he's something going like, your beard's coming in really well. And I'm like, it hasn't changed at all.
No, but like this was Miles. Your beard looks so sexy on the game, and I say that with all due respect to both yourself and your fiance. It just could not be said at 10:45 p.m.
Yes, I got that message the day after I shaved my beard.
Aw.
Fair enough. I mean, it'll be back in a month. I don't shave or grow my beard for anything other than laziness. Like, I don't shave until I have a beard because I'm lazy, and then at some point it starts to bug me, and I shave once, and I don't have a beard, and then I don't shave till I have a beard. Like,
So
I don't know what to say.
it'll be back.
That's-
Like,
That's literally how beards work.
All right.
Hello, audience that's heard all of this.
Yeah, sorry.
How are you
Heard all of
doing?
this.
That's heard all of this.
We are punchy today.
Uh,
We're punchy this morning.
this is the start of a double recording session, so we're in it for the long haul today. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm laughing at turd. Sorry.
That's
I
okay.
was gonna bring 2 shirts so they wouldn't know, but I didn't, so they will know.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I
such a bummer.
We
that's
also
the thing.
announced it just now.
I forgot
brought
to
2
bring another
shirts to
change too.
fool
So
them.
you did bring 2 shirts?
I brought 2 shirts to
I
fool
brought
them.
2 shirts.
Okay.
As
I
well.
brought a second
I'm
shirt.
gonna replace what I said with like something else.
Why don't we just start over?
With the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
We gotta get the conversation in.
Congrats, Kansas
It's
City
fun.
Chiefs.
I can
on
cut
winning
around.
the Super Bowl
Don't cut around. It's funny.
2 weeks ago.
My name is Miles, and I'll be leading you down.
I actually did that in the
A
episode.
rabbit hole of
Yeah.
story and wonder today.
If you talk about Sonic Underground,
Triple Scorn, the throne awaits.
Speed Kings 2020.
Yes.
No, that's
What do you
pretty
mean,
awesome.
are you
That's
allowed
fun.
to?
Is it like really loud?
oh, probably when you put the dice on the side of the thing, but no, it's not, so loud.
Is it like ASMR-y?
No.
Oh, dang. Okay.
ASM Ariana Grande.
Nice.
Thank you. Next.
All right, so
Can we get to the plug?
Yes.
Bridget.
Hey, guys, today we told you about it and we're following through on our promise. We are giving away some Underground Oracle stuff. I was planning to give away a supplement, and then they were like, hey, why don't you give away the whole dang quarterly? Now, what is the quarterly? What? The quarterly?
The quarterly.
It happens every quarter of a year. Every 3 months, they combine all the stuff that they've done in that 3 months into one
Is that what it is?
big old thing. That's what it is. It's like 60-something pages of supplements.
It's incredible.
It's a lot of stuff. And then they also add in some stuff that's exclusive to that quarterly that wasn't released
That's what
outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a couple of like unique things in there as well.
And that's the benefit of getting the quarterly.
That's
Is
the
that
benefit
you're
of getting
getting some
quarterly.
extra stuff.
The next so basically any of y'all that are in the chat, we'll be reminding you throughout it too in case people like aren't here for the first 2 minutes of this episode or whatever. Yeah, people who are active in the chat, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw you guys into a randomizer at our intermission, and we're gonna select the winner that way, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I love their stuff. We're incorporating 2 other supplements so far, and there's a couple more that like we really like that we're probably gonna try to work in
Yes.
eventually. Depends on.
I mean, where we're at right now.
Circumstances have to be appropriate for the supplements to come in, basically.
Yeah.
But it's all really cool stuff, and I kind of wish I knew about it before I made characters, because like a lot of their stuff, they do a lot of archetypes, which are a lot of fun, and they do archetypes that are like really
Guess we gotta
good.
kill Philip.
The combat
I'll
medic.
go poke Philip's eyes out.
The combat medic is
I mean, that
is
would
in
kill
the
him.
is in the quarterly.
Combat medic.
You can
The
live without
combat
your
medic-
eyes.
The combat medic is like a fighter archetype that is entirely built around being like on the front lines, but also like like all the skills that they get are like, hey, if one of your allies is hurt, like you can disengage
Run up
without
to them.
you can disengage and get over there and heal them without taking
Yeah.
attacks of
And
opportunity.
it's
stuff
not
like that.
and it's not like a cleric based magic thing.
It's not magic.
either.
It's somebody who actually
it's
uses like a
all-
healer's kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really it's utilizing systems of the game that are
Not used often.
not used often because when
Yeah.
you can use magic, you're like, well, fuck it, I'll just use magic.
Yeah,
But
nobody
it's
nobody
like-
really uses healer's kits. So
It
it's-
allows for some dynamic gameplay. It also can it's an archetype for a game where if you just wanted to do sword and board of just like no magic, like if you wanted to create a world that had no ties to magic and you wanted to do something like that,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good option.
And it's also an archetype that feels like it also lends itself to like character building really well as well.
Yeah.
It's just, and that's like what a lot of the archetypes do that I really appreciate. So that combat medic and a lot of other things are in the quarterly. So if you want it, if you want 60 something pages of stuff to just throw into your games, make some noise in chat and we will select it. There's a lot of there's a lot of like witchy Halloween stuff in there too because this quarterly happened after the
What
fall
noise
and
specifically
winter
are they supposed to be making in the chat?
Just like be active.
Okay.
That noise.
anything that clearly isn't English we'll accept.
Yes.
Yeah. And then if you like it, or if that stuff sounds interesting to you at all, please go check them out on Patreon, Underground Oracle.
Yeah.
$3 or $6 a month, and you get access to like
Well, you get
so
access
much stuff.
to their content when they release it, and then to the quarterly on top of that.
Yeah. And then the next quarterly happens next month.
Yeah.
So
So get in on it.
Yeah.
Do it fast.
All right.
Yeah.
And if Underground Oracle, if you want to like collab with me and come up with some sweet artificer ideas, let me know. We can chat.
Yeah, they haven't done any Artificer stuff yet, and I think
I
it's
know.
because Artificer's like new.
New, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
saying it's like if you're looking for like someone who's been playing a lot of Artificer, like me, to give you some ideas. Let me know. We'll hook it
Yeah,
up.
slide
Gen-
in
Gen-
their DMs.
Aw.
why
Yo,
not?
genuinely though, if you do want to do Artificer stuff and you need to like bounce some ideas around, that's the guy to talk to.
Yeah.
Like he's
I got these.
like we do a lot of homebrew stuff on our own stuff, and like him specifically has been all about like homebrewing shit for his Artificer.
Yeah.
Um,
You and I sit down, and we have I feel like our messages have gone through like 3 different text threads of just like, so what if this? And it's like sometimes I have to go back and search for like months past to like see what we talk about.
Yeah.
All right. I think with that though, we are going to start.
Here we go.
So, as we left off last week, you all currently found out what happened to Clickwhistle,
Mm-hmm.
and no, he can fan. That's fine.
Let him fan.
As long as it's intentional.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, he also said to do that.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to hide your
Makes sense.
beautiful face.
Pretty face.
And now
Great
it's a
face.
Pokemon
Very, very
catcher.
good.
It's a good face.
It's a great face.
You could have done a
Hey,
lot.
wait, it's my fat boy selfie face. Is
You mean your Flynn Rider face?
That's awful. Fuck it. Fuck. Stop that. Stop that shit. No.
That's
my
Yo,
that's my
you-
E-boy impression.
that's your
I have too
E-boy
much
gif.
stubble for an E-boy, but I need a wig.
It is open to you now.
In a soul patch.
We're still in the house, right?
You are still in the house. It is still evening. It is at this
Clickwhistle's in the
moment-
house.
For a
I'm in the
second,
who's
like
now.
for a second, I heard you as we're still in the hells, and I'm like, "Whoa, did I dream the last few
Whoa.
sessions?" Like,
Yeah, no.
what?
You suddenly.
Our bird's in prison. We gotta go find the jail key in the hells.
Oh
The bird
fuck.
of prey.
Hey!
Hey.
Go see it.
She's jailbird.
All right, all
I am
right.
a jailbird.
All Eric Cochran cleric party, birds of prayer.
Oh.
Yo.
One shot.
I love it.
That's very good.
Okay.
I'm sitting in prison.
Are
I
we,
know,
are
not you.
we,
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're back.
Yeah, because I
Are we
shared
back?
Oh,
it,
we're
so
naked.
where is
I'm
she?
naked, that's right.
Yeah,
You guys,
I'm cold.
You're
wrap
naked.
yourself in the blanket as a toga because
Yeah,
you guys
Yeah,
said
you made
you
it
was
to-
about to.
yeah!
You about to storm into Daphne's office was what
And I went to
Miles
change.
said.
At like
And
3 in
you
the
went to
morning.
just-
It's not
Toga
3.
up.
It is
It's dark.
like 1 o'clock.
In the morning?
1 a.m.
It's worse.
Alright, I'm gonna go. It's very important. I'm gonna go. I don't really
yeah.
wanted to spend the night there.
Do we have
okay.
any money to, like, break her out?
Yeah, I do. Probably.
Significantly less than you had.
Yeah, but you now have a weapon that could possibly just break her out. We're really not good at doing things the traditional way.
I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if breaking out of a highly guarded prison in Sestead is a good idea.
I mean, I mean, duh. But I'm just saying, you have the weapon in case.
The option's there.
Yeah.
If it all goes south, which it probably
Shh,
will.
you're not there.
It just
Sorry.
says to the east.
This is Bridget
Wow,
talking.
I understand.
Okay.
Did you hear an echo?
The mirror is still on. She's like, hey.
You are injured.
But
Erico
no.
can get like messages.
I have
like,
money, it's fine. I don't know if it's going to
I have
cover
bird
everything,
telepathy.
but I have some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Telepathy.
Oh, tell him.
She's a telepath.
Telepath.
Okay, I'm gonna-
Telepathy.
Turn it to the city and then open the door
Okay.
Let's go to the city.
and go.
I follow.
I also.
I walk with them.
I do it.
You open it to the night air of Sestead. The street you are on in on the East District is quiet, dark. Some of the street lamps are on, but no houses have any lights on at the moment. Brisk spring night. So, and you make your way directly to the garrison.
Yeah. There's nowhere else to go.
No,
Everything's
yeah,
closed.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
Unless you want to look for a fight club.
I mean, without Clickwhistle, it wouldn't be the same.
That's fair.
That really
Look
touched
to
my
the
heart.
sky.
Clickwhistle felt that.
She's a star in the night sky.
I know.
That's actually
I was going to
the
say,
face of cloud.
yeah.
The
From
Teletubbies.
Treasure Planet?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking
From
at
Treasure
the end of
Planet?
Treasure
I was thinking-
I
Planet.
was thinking
Mufasa.
cats, but
Yeah, like I think Lion King was the reference.
You go,
But
"Oh,
Treasure
I know
Planet
that
is the better
constellation."
reference.
Constellation of Clickwhistle.
The constellation of bird who fucked up so bad.
Ah, Clickwhistle.
I was born
Ah.
under that
The bird
sign.
who fucked up.
The bird who fucked up.
Clickwhistle.
What's
This
So
gigantic
you move
fuck
towards the garrison. It's not a tough walk. It's just, it takes about 45 minutes to get up to the station.
Do we got to roll for exhaustion?
No.
Okay.
up. I swear to God. Every time you do it, I would get it.
You come to the entrance. The same two guards that you guys have seen in the past few days. You haven't asked them. their
Oh.
names.
Rude.
I know.
Wait, no, I thought we did.
No, we
It
didn't.
would have been in my notes.
Yeah,
I would've
that's
written
what I was
You
thinking.
know, yeah.
It 100% would have been in my notes.
Of all
but
the people.
maybe it is. I don't
I
know.
thought you
Let's
knew
just
what-
throw some
Are they
na-
the same ones that when we came in said we're the Mountain Dews, yo?
How about we throw some names out there and see if they stick?
No,
Okay.
there's guards from
Uh.
you guys. There's the guards from the outside, barrier of the town, of the city, and then there's the garrison guards. They
I
are.
assume they switched
Gerald
shifts.
and
Harrison.
Harrison.
Harrison
how
of the
are you
garrison.
this evening?
And they both look.
Nope.
Gary and Harrison.
Not our names.
My name's Cody. I don't know what
Mario,
you're
Mario, and Bob Mario. How are you?
Those are.
How are you this evening?
They barricade the door with their halberds and state your business this evening.
We
Our
need
friend-
to. We need to.
The same thing we do every night, guards. We need to talk to Daphne.
That's our secret guards. We always have to talk to Daphne.
And they say she's not in at the moment.
I told you.
It's 1 a.m.
I told you.
Does she not sleep here? No.
I just figured she curled up on her desk like a kitten.
It's not
You know?
a. It's not a church. People don't just spend the night here.
Right.
Oh, actually, okay.
We might need to talk when we get back to the house.
Can we go in? Our friend is there.
Your friend.
Yeah.
She's yay tall.
She looks like
Looks
a
like a
bird.
bird.
I love that that's the description of me. She's this tall and looks like a bird.
She might have gone in kicking and screaming. It's kind of her thing.
She'd be great with a lemon marinade.
I swear to God. Whoa, 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 whoa.
They say to you, someone fitting that description did come in
We
no
know.
more than an hour ago.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So she was able to take a short rest.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
I love that he answered that.
I love that the guard answered the question.
So can we go see
No,
her?
I'm not familiar with that mechanic.
You are not
My
allowed to
mechanics. Bryce. Great work on horseshoes. I was trying to make a mechanic work in world. Alright, fine. Fine.
Fine, I try to have fun. This one time.
See, I told you. You move one person to the left, and everything's chaos.
I'm trying.
We should mix it up every time.
Just sit in random places.
New energy, yeah.
Yeah,
Cast suggestion on them.
You cast it?
And by that I mean I just do it.
So what are you suggesting?
can you target two people at once?
I'm going to check.
Can suggestion target two people at once?
No, it's
No,
one.
No, it's
so
one
It's
person.
one person.
Which one
I'm
seems
gonna
more
do
in
it on
charge?
whichever one seems like is the more important one. So Mario, because he got the same name twice. That seems right.
It's like New
He's
York.
so important he
Wait,
couldn't
can
even
I
get his
ask what
second
you're
name.
doing?
I was gonna suggest
Do you
something.
No, you said that you were doing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do it.
so
So
sorry.
you're doing it.
Yeah.
There's no discussion.
Okay.
What do
I'm
you
suggest-
suggest?
I
To me. Do not look at her. Look at me. What are you
I
suggesting?
don't want to. No, I'm kidding.
Look him in the
Do
eyes
not
and cast
remember.
suggestion.
What is in your mouth?
I suggest that you kindly let us pass, and I will give you this piece of gold. Please.
Oh man, she's combining trying to magically manipulate them with bribery.
What's your DC again? Is it 13? 12?
Not sure. She's really been more of a
Is
Marvel
it
girl.
spellcasting DC?
I don't know. Let's find out. It's
She's
so
not.
crazy.
She's completely.
That
She's,
is
she's,
not- that is
yeah.
not
she's
true.
completely a DC girl.
Uh, Well, for suggestions specifically, it's wisdom of 12.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Yes. That is what I'm saying.
Your wisdom is 12?
No,
No,
the
it's a
DC
wisdom
for
of
The
them.
DC is
12.
12. Okay.
Um,
Your spells are different.
you hand you as you pull out the gold piece and set it like towards him. You see his eyes sort of gain the little flash of the yellow green, and he starts to reach for the gold piece. Yes, you can. And the guy next to him says, "Excuse me, no,
Wait, are
no."
we doing this?
And he like
Are we?
as
We're
he's
taking
grabbing the gold piece, he says, "Excuse me, Bob Mario. That is not how we do this."
I mean, I'll give you a piece of gold too.
No.
Standard bribe is 5.
Two?
As he takes the gold, as he
No,
takes
how
the
we
piece
do
of
this.
gold, and puts his halberd up, you see the suggestion fade.
Uh-oh.
As his friend says, "No, you can leave.
Are we doing
The
this?
four
guys?
of you.
No? Are we
Now,
doing this now?
you can come into the morning, and once Daphne is here, maybe she will let you
Did he
come.
take
see."
my piece of gold, by the way?
Yeah,
Did
he
he give
took
it
the
back?
gold.
He said,
You,
"And I'll give you this piece of
suggested
gold."
to
You
him to
suggest
take
you
the piece
took
of
it,
gold.
Okay, no, I wanted to take it out of my equipment.
Yeah. And
Are we
he
doing
says,
this now, guys?
Session.
No.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know what we're doing.
Because I keep it open.
"You may come back in the morning to pick up your friend."
That sounds wonderful.
Okay. Have a good night.
Are there any windows in my cell?
You
What?
are in
Oh, shoot. Are you near that other guy?
where Horace Lovegood used to be. Those cells.
Oh.
He is not there anymore.
Ooh.
But you are in a small cell, no window, cold stone, and
God, I love
there
that
is-
place.
I'm making ice cream on my bed. But my hands are bound, so it's like...
That's the punishment.
You just have to make really good
Listen,
ice
but if the guards tip you, you have to sing.
That's part of the punishment. They always tip.
They always tip. You always have to sing.
But it's always a real bad
So yeah,
tip.
you have been put in here. It's been an hour, and your friends did call you, and at this moment you are stuck in this place.
Yeah. Is there anyone else around
They have
me?
taken your equipment. They have taken your weapons. They have taken all of your thieves' tools. They have
my
taken.
tools?
They've taken your bracers.
They took my fucking bracers?
Mhm.
I'm a naked bird.
Same.
Fucking law enforcement's out of
Is
control.
there anyone around me? Is there like
No.
any guards
No,
posted?
your,
Anybody
your
else in the
walls
cell?
are stone, except for the bar door.
Right. Like, is there anyone like? Do I see a
Wait.
guard patrolling around there, or do I see like anyone else in the cells? Through my
From
barred
your
door?
vantage point, you don't see anyone else in cells around you.
Okay.
But
So-
there are a lot of cells It's sort of a winding path, like it like curves around. So in your general vicinity, you don't see anybody next to you. You don't really see a guard patrolling either.
Okay. Do I hear anything?
You can see 2 guards posted towards the end of the hall, but they're not like walking up and down the.
They're just posted there.
Yep.
Man, I just had a really cool
How
artificer
thick is the
idea,
wall?
but now it's obvious.
Dummy.
Not the time to
I
talk
can't
about
tell
it.
you that.
Do you have a hole thrower? It would be really nice. To
I
get a
have
hole
stone
thrower.
shape that I could make a hole in a wall that's made of stone. Just like, hey,
Where the men can see it all.
Woohoo.
Because you don't know where she is, and you don't know.
we could go out and
what's
ask
going
her.
on. How?
We go back, run back
She's
to the
in-
house.
she's
and like,
inside.
I just mean to say. I just mean to say at
or
this
we
moment.
could just cast message? Question mark.
No. Message. I have to be able to see the person. I point my finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message.
Just kidding.
You can cast a spell. No, never mind. Wait.
You just have to know their general direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you can
think
cast
we
a spell
need to-
through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
Yes. Are you
Cool.
guys still standing outside next to the guards?
I
That's my
assumed we
question.
were walking back to get out of their line of sight at least.
Do you want me? Yeah, we'll walk away and around.
Okay. You guys kind of walk around, like go towards the docks, and
Wait, I want to give him a rock and be like, "You're doing a really good job."
he throws it
At you.
just to the ground. He just doesn't even.
I'm going to pick it back up. You'll want it later. And then I leave.
Wait a minute.
I pull out Dwayne. I'm like, he didn't mean that, Dwayne. He didn't mean that.
Yeah. I know.
Put Dwayne
You
away.
you see him look very confused as you walk away, slightly concerned, and his grip on the halberd like tightens, and he and his buddy start talking, and one of them walks away.
I've only met because we're gonna be famous because we are the Mountain Dews.
And the other person just looks at you and doesn't really respond.
You'll
That's-
regret it. It's gonna be worth a lot of money one day. I can't look at you.
Yeah, can't
'cause
look at
you're
me.
not
I'm like,
So
All right,
you
we
stepped
walk
away.
off, yeah.
You stepped away.
I'm gonna point towards the general area of garrison.
Yeah,
basement.
you guys have been to the cells before, so a general idea of where it is possible.
Yeah. So. And it's a cantrip, so I can just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Cool. The components are a short piece of copper wire, so in my head it's like I've just set up like one of those telephones, like out with the wire, but then that wouldn't work through objects. All right. Yeah. Sorry, cast message. Clickwhistle, are you there?
I back away from the from the open door and kind of like go into sort of a
corner.
back corner.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up? Are you guys? What's
You
going
up?
on? Eggplant emoji.
Hey, what's up? What are you wearing?
How you doing?
What do you know about your current location?
I'm in a cell.
Right. No. Okay, that tracks.
Um,
Maybe a stupid question. Do you
there's-
know
it
like
looks like
what
the
level
one-
you're on, or?
It looks a lot like the one that Horace was in.
Well, and also to be fair, all of the cells.
That's
Look
literally what I
exactly
was
like Horace.
thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
It looks a lot like the one that Horace was in.
Wait, do I when I was taken down, did I recognize the route from when we went to talk to Horace?
It's the same route. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Right.
like we walked down the hallway to get to Horace.
Correct.
So do I recognize? I know I don't have like any
You were
fancy
put
directions.
further in.
Bit further in.
Yeah, because
Right.
Horace was put towards the front
Okay.
of the cells. You have been
Put
sort of like
Yeah.
put into a different place that you're not entirely certain where that would be in the
Okay.
structure.
I think I'm a lot deeper than Horace was.
So you have no idea if you share a wall with like the outside
I
building,
don't know. There's no windows.
no windows, and you're probably below ground.
Yeah, I'm definitely below ground. I'm
Right.
getting the like below ground feeling.
But like, the only people that I see are two guards at the end of the hallway. There's no one in the cells around me.
I don't think. I mean, I can't see the ones on either side.
Sort of
but-
pushing the limits of a message spell here, but sure.
Oh,
I
sorry.
just cast it again. It's a cantrip.
Right, but she can only answer so.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a word count.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
That's fine.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just.
Whenever
I'm
it
just
breaks out,
saying.
just like psst, continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. one of two.
Yeah.
Um.
basically you're getting like you're losing like 4 words
Yeah.
because she's just continuing to talk.
Yeah, I don't know how message works. I just think.
One second, Clickwhistle. I don't think Stone Shape's going to be super useful. We have no idea if she's sharing a wall with the outside. At least not from here. Maybe if we get in there.
We could also just wait.
Yeah. Message. We might have to wait till the morning to talk to Daphne.
Oh fuck, she's not here.
She's not here right
She
now.
doesn't sleep under her desk.
I thought on top like a cat. But
Oh, like a
apparently
cat. I was thinking underneath like a little gopher.
not. Right.
I have a lot of time to think in jail.
You guys also have a really weird conception of Daphne.
It's like the idea just popped in my head. Like there's no reason Liam would think this, but I said it, and now it's canon.
And now he
Like,
does.
and now it's something Liam believed about Daphne, I guess. Like there's no reason for it.
How do gophers sleep?
In the
Underground.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
Sure, but like.
But yeah, so
do they
she's
have
not
little
here.
furniture?
No, not right now.
Fuck.
Apparently, yeah. So I'm sorry, but you might have to spend the night in jail.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's just your hands that are bound, by the way, too.
I know.
I was just making sure that it's not your feet or anything. It's just here.
Okay, I mean, like I can chill. It's super boring in here, man.
Right. What's the range on this? On message? 120 feet? Okay. I mean, I could like hang out here and like tell you riddles.
Nah, that's alright. You should probably go home and get some sleep.
Alright.
I did this to myself. I should probably do at least some of the time. I'm hoping I don't have to do all
I'm
the
hoping this
time.
pertains to the thing, Christopher.
Are gophers cute when they sleep?
Gophers are really cute when they sleep.
Yay.
Also, there's like a college in Minnesota where their mascots are the Golden Gophers.
Yeah, University of
Aw.
Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis and St. Paul. In University of Minnesota Duluth, it's Bulldogs. That's my
That's the one I'm aware of. Yeah, I didn't know there were Golden Gophers
the
playing
Golden
football.
Gophers. That's like the actual main University of Minnesota.
This was a
If you
mixture.
say
Walk
University
back
of
to the
Minnesota,
house.
people
I'm
assume
still
it's
in
that
jail.
one.
Yeah, so it was a mixture
I
of
said
like
my
it was a
regards,
mixture
but
of
I
like
walked
guys
back
in
to the
tight
house.
pants and then like gophers being like.
Okay.
I mean, it's fit. Oh, sorry, I can't cast. Can I respond?
Yeah,
I already
I'll-
responded
yeah,
technically.
It's fine. It's fine.
You guys can go back. Did anyone tell you when Daphne's gonna be in?
They just said morning.
Cool. I can't tell if it's daytime or nighttime.
It's Clickwhistle.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright.
Wait, so if we like just put a blanket over her head, does she like?
Automatically go to sleep? Absolutely. Just fully face plant.
Why do you think Parlavitikan was able to put her to sleep so easily?
Dude, he didn't use a spell. He used a pillowcase.
Yeah, you just put a blanket on her.
Alright.
Like a fellow.
Like a fellow. Oh, God.
So it's nearing 2 in the morning. So
Okay.
wait
Alright,
up.
I guess I'll hang out here until Daphne gets in.
Right.
Huh?
We'll do our best. We'll get you out of there somehow.
Cool, thanks. I've been preparing some talking points. I'm hoping that it works.
Fair enough.
We're gonna see.
If there's one thing we all know about you, Clickwhistle, you can talk your way out of anything.
Yeah.
That's why you never get into trouble.
That's why I never ever get into
Do I
trouble.
have to roll for bluff?
Deception?
For deception?
Yes. Yes, please.
Roll for deception.
18!
I believe you.
I'm glad you see me.
Glad you see me. I feel very seen.
How is that not like a DC 35? Like,
I feel validated. Thank you.
I mean, you can roll an insight.
Rule,
if you want.
Yeah, let me roll
one
an
of
insight check.
lying.
Just
Tell
for
people
shits
lies
and
that they
giggles.
want to believe.
Yeah.
Like
It's a natural 3, so it's 6.
Absolutely. Thank
always
you.
easier to lie to someone when they want to believe what you're saying. Like,
Jackie, you had something?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna actually walk back to the guard, the one that's still there.
Oh boy.
No, no,
listen,
I'm
if
not.
we're gonna do this, I can try and put him to sleep.
No,
But I don't know.
no,
Alright,
no,
fine,
no,
alright, fine,
I
fine,
bite.
fine.
I bite.
No. Sorry for
Seriously.
earlier. Just a quick question. When does she come back? What are business hours of the garrison exactly? Is it like a 9 to 5, an 8 to 4, a 24-hour thing for her specifically?
Well, we know
What
it's
are the
not
established labor laws of Sestead for government positions?
What do civil servants
If you
do?
come back in the morning,
Right, but like
she
specifically.
will be here.
Like what time? Because like it's almost 2 o'clock now. but I just want to make sure that we get this done as quickly as
When
possible.
you come back in the morning, she should be here.
Oh,
All
so Lolly, we left the stove on. Let's go.
I mean, I said okay.
Roll
Alright,
deception.
you go.
Yeah.
It fails.
I
It's
just
the
walk
worst lie
away.
in
He
the
like
world.
answered, but I walk away.
Okay.
I'm just watching that
What are
happen
you
from a distance.
doing?
It's like
I was just asking him what time Daphne was gonna be back. He didn't give me an actual time. He just said in the morning. So
to be fair,
Yeah.
watches haven't been invented yet, so
Mm.
I mean, we know
Have
what
they?
time it is.
Do you not remember when we were in your land and there was a man
Hold
with
my-
a clock?
Hold my
Calendar
beer.
clock.
I invented
clocks
a
and
watch.
watches.
I pull it out of my backpack. We're like, whoa.
Liam literally spent the next 45 minutes walking back to the mansion just creating watches.
just because Philip was like, these don't exist. He's like, you're right. They should.
Gun!
Well, he
Hold
makes a
my
gun.
gun.
While you're at it, can you
Oh
make
my god.
while you're at it, can you
Hold
make that
my
fridge that Lolly
imagination
thinks we have?
Actually, technically, he could probably. We could probably work that out.
What?
Inventing fridges in
Inventing
D&D.
fridges.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can make a fridge mechanic for the game. We can homebrew a fridge.
Thought we had one.
There we go.
Underground
there you go.
Oracle.
Underground Oracle.
Yeah.
No, I thought we had
Underground
one.
Oracle makes a fridge.
No.
Fridges don't exist yet.
No, there's okay. So it's
There's, like, ice
in
boxes.
yeah. It's
No,
like,
that's
that's what I mean. It's like there's like what they used even in
Right.
medieval era. You guys also have a ice bag.
Yeah.
So making
Ice
it back to
bag
your
sounds
mansion.
like a really lame insult.
Yeah, like, what'd you call
You're
me?
such an ice bag. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
yes, I
I'm-
do have a
I'm-
nice bag.
So I'm super cool.
Miles. Yeah, I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm like really, really cool.
I guess I'll go take a nap.
I'm cool and convenient.
I mean, at this point, yeah, it is. It is the
Do I get the benefits of a long rest
I'm gonna go charge a crystal.
not yet.
once I sleep?
No, because the guards come in every half hour and beat you.
You're not even allowed to get a short rest in.
I know, just fucking shit.
I'm getting there. I'm just saying, you guys go back to the mansion.
I'm gonna charge a crystal.
Okay, go ahead and give me the wisdom check to do so.
Is it a saving throw or a check?
It was a check, as I recall.
Wasn't that a saving throw than a spell attack?
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
I'll have to.
Why am I looking at this outdated piece of shit? Alright.
But does
Same.
anybody have anything else that they want to do before sleeping? Because you probably only have about an hour before you're going to need to rest for the night. Especially you because of what you guys did today.
No, I think I'm good.
I'm
don't know.
gonna check in. I'm gonna check in with Yvonne about the rings.
'Kay.
And if not, if she hasn't figured it out, I'll help her out for an hour, just doing research.
19 on the saving throw.
That is surely enough to withhold the energy from the expanse, and then
This charisma boost kicks ass. Alright.
spell attack to put it in the.
That's a 21 on the spell attack.
All right,
Holy
you're
hell.
keeping account of how many of these gemstones you. Are
Yeah, I'm
using,
keeping it in my other tab in the inventory.
Okay, good. Because I was
And
gonna
that
say, 'cause
was-
it's not just like regular crystals; they
Yeah.
have to be like
That was the last uncharged crystal.
'Kay.
So now I'm carrying 3, and then Liam's got the other one.
The other
still,
gemstone.
because he never gave it back, as far as I know.
no, he didn't.
But I also have it noted that he has that on him.
Great.
I'm actually a big old liar. In the library, because I've been there so many times.
Yes,
There's maps of the world, right?
there are almanacs.
Would there be one that specifically has where each of the Raven Queen's churches?
That would be
Like,
a
would I have to
like
go-
you would have to look.
Great, then I want to go do that so that we know where specifically
okay,
we're going to go.
you're only going to be able to do it for an hour
Yeah, that's
until you have
fine.
to sleep. So give me one check. It is a investigation check,
Okay.
is what I'll say. Trying to look for, because you're also because Webster and Yvonne have done. They're still kind of in the
If I
midst
ask
of
him-
putting all of these.
He's asleep, but I'm just.
Yeah, he's
I want him
but
to
like but the organization of this room is getting there, so these checks become a little bit simpler.
Yeah.
But
18.
18. Yeah. You're kind of looking specifics. You're not. A lot of the almanacs that you're like perusing through for the first like 50 minutes, are really just land based. It's about countries' developments, certain like. I'd say two interesting pieces of information that you learn is that Sestead is not the country's original name. It is actually originally called. Let me double check.
Russia.
This is true.
I have the worst Russian accent. in the
Sidril.
world.
Sidril is the country's original
not
name.
true.
That's a
Sheet.
dope name.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Huh?
That's a dope
Because I
name.
haven't. I only
Got it.
just said
How
it.
do I spell it?
Sydril.
Sydril.
Oh, that's so much cooler than Sestead.
And the other piece of information is that, sorry, you find that you find one piece of information that you're looking for in terms of Raven Queen information is that there aren't that many churches.
Yeah.
You're not sure where. You're not actually getting any other designations. A lot of these almanacs don't have that information. They're not about like churches of the world. And you spend a really good amount of time, and like you really do get some good headway, but it just doesn't seem like a lot of these books have the information you're looking for. You find a book talking of some of the places that there have been Raven Queen establishments, but Bovasia is a country that worships her. It is their sort of like major deity of that country, which used to be all of Grania as well. And then the war made it so that Grania and Bovasia are two different countries. So it's like that's the most information you're getting.
And you said I did that in the first 50 minutes, and I technically still have 10 minutes left.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When I was saying that, I was trying to say like for the 50 minutes you're not finding anything,
and then
like the
last
last
10.
like you find those two pieces.
I was
of
going to try
information.
something else.
This is
okay,
a-
then I guess I shall go to bed now.
This is a Bridget question and not a Clickwhistle question. Does like Grania have like an official like deity as well, like Bovasia and?
Nobody has asked that question.
Okay, I was yeah.
Seems like at least
I'm just
Sestead
wondering for
worships
Bridget.
Mithra.
Yeah.
But they also seem pretty secular for the most part.
That's the thing. I was like. I wasn't
So
really
helping
seeing
out
it.
Yvonne, she has not cracked this the rings yet. So kind of give me a. You know what? Give me a. I'll say a tinker's check.
Tinker's tools?
Yeah.
It's the only thing I'm as good at as Clickwhistle is at stealth stuff, so hopefully I
Yeah.
can roll better.
This is just kind of like this is
Ouch.
and this is only within an hour, so you really do need a little bit more time, but let's just see what this is for you.
22.
22.
Damn.
I think that passes.
You're
Maybe.
you're making
Something.
headway for sure on the conjuration ring. She sort of like she took the other one and handed that one to you and sort of asking you to be careful with it. It seems to be. You try a couple of ideas with it. You try a couple of formations of magic, of like what you understand conjuration to be. You know, it's a lot of teleportation. It's a lot of taking matter from one thing and pushing it somewhere else. And so that's what you really attempt to do with it. For the big portion of that hour, nothing really happens with it. The nature of the lodestones are once you set a function, it really does that function. But if it doesn't have one of those things, it has a lot more range of power, but it's a lot unwieldy.
Yeah.
So
So if it didn't have a function, me attempting to do these things probably would have had some effect.
yes.
So it has a function, I just haven't found it yet.
It's similar to your eye in that the eye will now only really do the eye bite function.
Yeah.
But were you to change that, you would have to remove it and do some
the
more
casing.
wild magic before you could actually get it. So it's tough. It's basically like, how do you skirt the line of, so you're attempting to do all these different functions. You seem to get a little bit more of a effect when you are doing reparation. When you're using the stone to try to repair something.
Oh. Okay.
There seems to be a little bit more of a give in the magic. You haven't figured it out, but there seems to be something to do with that.
Interesting.
Oh, sorry.
This is the conjuration.
This is the conjuration. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
That Yvonne's saying that's what she's getting from the evocation. Sorry. Conjuration. This one would have been the you're starting to. Sorry.
I was trying to figure out like what conjuration.
No, I know. I said that. I said that completely wrong. The conjuration one is you're getting a sense. You're getting a taste of like ozone as you're using it.
Okay.
It saves the environment.
Finally.
And like a small smell of like sulfur.
Oh.
So.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse the. Well, I mean,
Sorry.
it's what she's finding out about the ring, and it's
Yeah.
what you're finding out about that ring. So that's your hour. Going to sleep. If nobody else has anything else, right?
I want to catch Liam before he goes to bed.
Sure. Yeah, you guys kind of, as you're collecting the gem and as you kind of leave the shop and you guys start heading up to bed. And then I will also, I also want to know, just to make sure, did you want to try to do anything tonight?
Not really. I don't really have much to do.
Okay.
Is there like a sleeping shelf? Is there like a
There's a small cot.
a cot, like a bed? Yeah.
No, not a bed. It's a shitty ass cot. It's
Cool.
You would be hard pressed to call it a bed.
Cool.
It's a shitty ass cot. Not even Fred
Shitty ass
Rogers.
cot?
Not even Fred would wear it.
Shitty ass cop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just a
Shitty as Scott.
Shitty as Scott, and Scott's shitty. You know that.
Scotty doesn't know.
I
Scotty
was gonna
doesn't
say
know.
that.
How shitty he
Scotty
is.
should
you
know
don't
that.
have anything.
No, I was just gonna kind of try to make myself as comfy as possible
It's tough, but
on the shitty ass cot. But
it's tough. But like, yeah, you.
yeah, I could use the sleep. 30 points of damage says I could use the sleep.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take your long rest.
Thank
You are undisturbed for the night.
Great.
All of us?
Yes, everybody gets one, but they
I
just.
wasn't sure if you're like, you were undisturbed.
Everybody gets one.
However,
No, you guys are
The
fine. as
door
well.
opens.
the dragon comes through.
I go back to full health, right?
Everybody
The
gets
long
one.
rest?
If you just hit the long rest button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to hit it twice.
Ah, that'll do it.
Yeah. The second time is to confirm.
Yeah, it changes so much that they want to make sure that you don't accidentally.
No, totally. I just put it up.
Oh, bots, I gotta learn new spells.
Butts.
God damn it! I gotta learn new magic.
No, not goddamn it, butts.
Butts.
Okay, you'll
Philip
have
and
time to.
Liam.
Yes.
Philip, you approach Liam as you guys are headed up towards the bed.
Hey, I had a question about the stuff you do. The making magic happen with the. You know.
Oh, the like.
Well,
making,
you make stuff that you're
items?
like using. It lets you use the magic.
Yeah.
So
They're twist offs.
Sorry. He's like that magic stuff.
we have a bottle opener downstairs.
And I had a lighter right here. I was like,
That's why I put the lip on the copper.
Pardon me. Sorry.
So okay, I get my magic from here. You know,
Right.
from RY, and I'm pointing to like the symbol on my shield.
Yeah.
Like it all comes from here. It's not like a lodestone really, but I was wondering, do you think it's possible to maybe do something with this shield that would maybe help me do more with that magic?
all right, so
That could maybe
All right.
I don't know. Like,
No, hold up. So no. Sorry, I just need to talk this out really quick. So,
That was like the most
lodestone
vague ass of a
is
question.
raw magic power. And I refine the lodestone, but also you use a casing to, and the casing you put the lodestone in like focuses that raw magic power.
that all sounds scientific and correct.
But by that logic, so you get raw magic power from ROI.
Yeah.
And I
This
guess
isn't magic
in
by
terms
itself,
of-
but
yeah,
yeah.
no, but you get that power from ROI. If you can shape some of that magic yourself, like you do some magic. If the way you shape that magic is, and I don't know this yet, but I want to test, similar to the way that like refining the stone refines magic, then I don't see why I couldn't. If you refine the magic the way refining a stone refines the lodestone's magic, I don't see why something like a casing couldn't help to focus that further. Like some sort of etchings or symbols
what I was
that are made to refine magic further could work with that.
What I
I've
was-
never heard of anyone doing this in this way, so...
well, me either. But I also never heard of anybody doing what you did with your eye. So
Right.
there's here. So I got this while I was in Ulancar. I handed like my pick.
The pick.
It's a very beautiful cobalt metal.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and take a swing with it. And I step back a little bit, just out of his arm's reach.
Not my... It's way bigger than I'm used to swinging, yeah. Eh.
No, not by much. I mean,
No?
the Warhammers themselves are of a... Your Warhammers specifically are kind of like smaller in size than typical Warhammers are.
Yeah.
But this war pick is in a similar function. It's like
They're-
it's like
It
it's
is
just
still
a thinner.
one-handed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
so
always
it's
think of
not-
it as two-handed, but
Yeah,
no.
it's actually a pretty small weapon.
It's a pretty small
Um,
weapon, but it's thinner than your Warhammer, so it is. In terms of the weight, you actually feel pretty similar
Okay.
because your Warhammers are also made of mithril, so like they're already light enough as they are. So it's like this isn't that different from the heft of your Warhammer.
Alright. Yeah, I'll give a swing with it.
Are you trying to?
Oh, I'm trying to like let him like feel like what it's like when he swings it and like. Yeah.
Oh,
It-
the
as
sensation
you-
of like getting like...
Yeah, as you swing the pick, there's a moment where you even just detect it. You've seen some sigil writing along the warpick head, and as you swing, it like just like pulses as like with each swing, and as you are swinging it, it gets just even slightly lighter.
Okay.
It's not so much indetectable.
Does it feel like it's not like... Alright, so this might be nitpicky and you might not know or care. Does it feel like because most of the momentum will come from like the weight at the end of the pick. Does it feel like the weight on the end of the pick is just getting lighter, or it's like redistributing from the head to the handle as you swing? Like is
More the
it like a
latter.
loss of weight or a redistribution of weight?
more redistribution.
Okay.
It all
I mean,
a
it makes more
redistribution
sense.
in the sense that it feels like it's in some ways pulling your hand.
Yeah.
In guiding it hard, like to hit harder.
Yeah.
Like not by much, but not undetectable.
Okay.
It's just something that it's causing the
I don't
hit
think
to
that's
go
relevant for the
easier.
conversation. I was just curious.
No, that would be exactly how I would
All
say
right,
it. It's
yeah.
more
So I'm gonna
redistribution.
take a look at the sigil mark. Are you looking for like your shield to do something like this, or?
Well, no. So the dwarf who made this, the way that feels, the way that it shifts around, it feels like the weapon itself. And I don't know how any of this works. It feels like the weapon itself is sort of moving that energy or that magic around, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Even
Well,
just
my-
even if it's just a small inspection of the warpick head as well, you can see that the I don't know what it's called, but like the point of the pick, that side has been, it's like you barely put your finger towards the top and it's a prick. It's just an immediate. And the hammer portion of the warpick is also in a similar fashion, just like the smoothest, hardest line on the square that you've ever seen. Like this is just to a razor's edge thin. Sorry, continue.
He was working with like these like thin, hard beams of light. I don't know how to describe it. It was really impressive. I haven't seen anything like that. But what I was hoping was that. So the point is, when I gathered this energy from ROI, when I gather it into this symbol, I was thinking if we could find some way to help shift that energy around and through the shield, it might let me do more things with it. It might give me a broader base to cast from, or just let me shape the magic more freely.
Okay.
That's where my mind was going anyways. And I was wondering if maybe combining your head with Hellpike's technique might help.
Yeah, I'm down to try and experiment, because I've never really heard of anything like this happening before. I'm not sure what the result would be, but I'm more than interested in trying to find out.
I don't either. I just want to try and be as useful as possible.
Right.
And I think increasing my ability to use ROI's power would only help.
Yeah.
But there might be a discussion that we might need to explore this after we help Clickwhistle, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to pick your mind about that.
No, I'll be thinking about that and seeing what I can come up with.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good night, Philip.
Yeah. How could I not? I have amazing pillows.
Don't rub it then.
Your 6-hour pillow.
I just jump on my couch.
Yeah, Flanagan is also just, actually Flanagan sleeps by the door.
Yeah.
Who is it for?
Evening's rest is had. Wake up in the morning. You wake up sometime later. It's not the most comfortable sleep you've ever had, but you are able to uninterrupted sort of get a long rest in.
Can I run up to the bars and see if there are guards still at the end of the hall?
Yes, there are.
Hey, excuse me. Hey,
Nothing.
I need to talk to Daphne. She'd be interested if I'm in here.
Nothing.
Come on, guys, come on.
Come on!
Get down.
No reactions from them.
Would you at least tell her that Clickwhistle Birdprison is in your cells?
She knows.
Cool! Could you send her down? Or send me up?
No response.
Come on! No. Are you doing it telepathically? I really need to see her.
Talk her way out of anything.
This was a good talk, you guys.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I'm just gonna stand here. I'm gonna stand here and wait, like,
Mm-hmm.
I asked my thing.
Back to the four of you. Wake up in the morning. Go outside. Or what's the consensus? What's the
I'm going
collection?
to dress first.
Your clothes are dry.
I assume, so I'm dressed
How
now.
much like P. Diddy am I feeling?
Here's the thing. Just remember, you were wearing the toga when you handed that guy the rock and said this was going to be important. So the
I was
weird
hoping
look was like tenfold.
I
Like,
was hoping
who
that
is
there'd be
this?
like wind behind my hair, like.
You know what's funny is that you have a
So
kid
Ollie's in the
you
back
probably
like-
could have done that with Druidcraft, right?
I don't have Druidcraft.
Oh,
Oddly,
that's right. We talked about
but
that.
I did just see I had control wind, and but I don't have it, and now I don't have it.
So Ollie's in the back.
Control with.
Phil's just crashed out behind her. Just
We're all like giving her like
You're
gift
gonna
bags
love
and, like,
this
pushing her
later.
hair back.
myself.
Drop
But you all awake probably just like slightly different times, but generally it's
generally.
it's around 10 o'clock, 10:30.
Slept in. Whoa.
Well,
Right.
no, you guys got back at like 2, and then you guys spent an hour reading and doing stuff. So you guys went to bed at like, I'm that last hour was part of the long rest 8 hours that you guys can sleep. So, because you don't have to sleep for 8 hours, you have to spend a portion of that time sleeping.
Cool.
At least 6 of it.
I have a question. I want to look at the flower on my bow. Does it look familiar? Like perhaps a petal I've seen before?
Yes, but not the Dendalia.
Oh, okay.
It is
But it is
something you have
missing.
seen. Mm-hmm.
Do I remember what it is?
It grew in a garden that you remember.
Okay. That's all.
Liam falls out of bed.
Yeah, kind of.
Done.
Feeling like P. Diddy.
I was wondering when somebody's gonna make that joke because he said the sentence like 3 times.
I kept saying it in my head, and I was like, I don't want to be that person that
Yeah,
makes
same.
the joke, so I let my.
I just
That's
wish
my
I could
secret cabinet. I'm always that person.
You've been saying that one a lot too.
I've
That's
also
my
been
secret
saying
thing, yeah.
way too much. I've been saying like, it's not that, but it's not that for like
doing that a
everything, for
lot.
everything. Like recently,
Yeah.
it's
We're
stuff.
not gonna do it.
Yeah.
but,
So-
like,
The
But we're
4
not
of you
gonna do it.
awake. It's breakfast. You also Clickwhistle gets served. Not terrible breakfast. It's
You
just
get
like
served.
the bread is sort of
Big
stale. The sausage is
we get sausage.
lukewarm, so it's like it's been cooked, but it is sort of like
But also, she's a bird, so she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I'll eat anything.
and
I'll eat bugs.
there's like a little like corn gruel situation.
Grits? I got grits.
Hmm.
Shit, I got sausage, bacon, and grits. I'm totally fine.
Not a lot. It's just a portion.
Enough to sustain.
Hmm.
Can birds eat?
I eat.
Please don't look up this right now.
I think they can.
Yes, they do.
They're technically not supposed to. Ducks aren't supposed to eat bread
Rice.
or rice. Yeah,
Yeah. It makes their...
both of them are bad. You need seeds.
4 of you are awake, and I don't want to know. I don't care.
Does it make?
No, you want to hear
No,
this.
let's wait till break.
Does it make ravens?
What is it? What
blow
is
up?
it? Just
Corn is eaten by grouse, pheasants, turkeys, a big thing. Unfortunately, corn has 2 serious problems. First, it's a favorite of house sparrows, cowbirds, starlings, geese, spears, raccoons, and deer. None of which should be subsidized by us.
None of which should be subsidized by us.
It's just like a libertarian rant about how birds are eating our food.
I love it.
Like,
Taylor.
Sometimes
love
I feel
it so
like
much.
the internet you exist on and the internet I exist on aren't the same, and I'm jealous. I don't know.
I'm jealous
So,
of your corn-based internet.
breakfast for you 4
yeah.
is, we'll say it's similar. It's a nice...
I get
But
cereal. I
yeah.
get some Cheerios out of the cupboard.
hash.
Oh, man, what a
I'd
lo-
mess up some Oreo O's.
Wow, what a lovely morning. Man, once when I was a kid, I ate an entire box of Oreos for dessert watching a movie.
That's like
When I was like
Me
8.
last
I don't want
my-
to talk about Oreo O's
I
anymore.
put
I want
my
to talk
bowl
about what
in
you're
the
doing.
sink and I leave.
I'm enjoying this wonderful morning we're having.
I'm gonna go get our friend out now.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
let's go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thanks
I-
a
you
whole
know,
bunch.
that's the top priority. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
I think we should go talk to Daphne.
You move
No.
one table and you get forgotten immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, we do that.
I suddenly care a lot more
Again,
about
I'm
Nicholas
I'm
now.
opening it up. I don't know if there was any, like, what is your plan? What's the idea here?
I don't know, just go talk to Daphne.
Same plan as always.
We just
Whoop, 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 whoop.
You guys make your way towards the garrison.
Oh, you're entering the Underground Oracle giveaway.
The the trip there again. The town is the city is up and at 'em. Everyone is going about their day. The hour walk it takes, and stationed at the front are 2 different guards.
When we're walking through, do people seem kind of, I guess not frantic, but do they seem upset that like there's the war going on? Do people seem like they're a little more on edge? Like,
I
what is
mean, that
the...
would be an insight check. Go
Are
ahead and
there
give me an
posters?
insight. We want you posters?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
there's
okay.
nothing like that.
Is there
They don't
propaganda
want us.
around the town?
There might be.
Can't tell which one this is.
Wanted.
No, that would be a 12.
Are we learning any interesting slurs from evasions?
I would like to.
It's not a sunny day. It is a cloudy. It's probably gonna rain day, and so in that way, people are maybe less enthusiastic, or they're not as many people wandering the streets. But you don't see anything, and you don't hear as you're moving through the square any like rumblings of worry about the war, because it's not a war yet.
Okay.
It's an event that happened a few weeks ago.
It's just a tropical storm, but it might get upgraded.
It's the pre-war.
I have a dumb joke. So my worry is that she didn't look like she didn't do a hard enough look when looking for propaganda. So I would like to do a more propaganda for some propaganda.
Swear to God.
Boom!
I swear to God. I'm gonna flip
18.
this,
All right.
I'm gonna flip this fucking table.
I didn't care. I just needed to say
There's
those words.
no-
But they were going to be stuck in my head forever. I apologize to you. I apologize to your
You
cow.
make it towards the garrison. There are two different guards that are not the same
You.
guards as before.
I don't do the talking.
But as you guys step forward,
Is it Gerald and Harrison?
no, they put their
Mario,
halberds
Mario.
down, but they seem to be. I'll say to you, because you can pick it up, and you get a little bit more of a threatening air to the immediacy to which they put down their halberds.
Are these the same people?
No, these are different.
Oh.
These are different
Gerald and
guards.
Harrison.
We stopped by last night to try and
We
see
are
Daphne.
aware.
We were told that if we came back in the morning, we could speak with her.
He like looks at him. He's like, the other guy goes ahead and starts heading in to go. You see him start to go up the stairs to go get Daphne. A second guard comes out and takes his post as soon as he's gone.
So,
Fuck, you try to bribe one
Ooh,
big
how
guard?
are you?
how are your kids doing?
I'm gonna start drawing in the sand.
And about 5 minutes later, that same guard comes down and says, he kind of like directs towards the stairs. And the other guys lift their halberds and you guys are able to walk in. And he stays behind you the entire time.
Like walking with us?
Mm-hmm. And as you guys make it to the stairs, a second guard comes and joins him and starts walking you up the stairs.
Dude, we lost our trust.
Oh, of course.
The four of you
I lost
walking
it.
up
You
the
lost
stairs.
I tried to
As you
bribe
get
the
to-
guards, and we 100% lost it.
As you get to the top of the stairs, there are two more guards waiting. And the four of them open the door and walk you in.
Fuck,
I think
this is-
something happened over here.
Are
It's
we
my
under
fault.
arrest? Are you under arrest?
They're
I
not
know
talking
we're not
to
your
you,
favorite people
and-
right now. This is as we enter to
Yeah.
Daphne. It's like, there's a lot of guards. Are we being detained? Are you
Daphne
being detained? I know we're
sits-
not your favorite people right now.
We should probably let her.
Daphne sits at her desk. And as they open the door and let you in and the four guards come in, the doors aren't closed. But two stand guard at the door and the other two walk into the room and basically you guys are
Sentry up.
sentry pretty much is that they are on opposite sides of you. And as you guys enter the room, she is staring daggers at the four of you.
Good morning. No.
Your friend's trial will be this afternoon. You are allowed to go. Say whatever you'd like. Be your friend's counsel. I will make one thing very clear. Your friend in the most likely scenario, has no bail. Which means she will be going to the Birdprison. And best estimates for at least 3, maybe 4 months.
What is that?
What can I, what are the charges?
She like takes out her piece of paper. Breaking and entering, attempted assault, defamation of character, and a verbal threat of murder of a ranking council official. Now, those alone are subject to much harsher punishments. I have allowed for the trial to happen, which means that her sentence could be reduced. She attempted to break and enter into the dean of the college's home. And from there, verbally assaulted him once the guards arrived, threatened his life, and blamed him for Core Hall. Stating that she had greater knowledge than we.
Did she tell you what it was?
I have not spoken to her. Make no mistake. The 5 of you have disappointed me. Our conversations will now be brief. You have abused my trust. And my goodwill. This kindness is the last you will receive.
I have a question. So, say Clickwhistle did find, purely hypothetical, say Clickwhistle had at some point seen plans for an object that could have pulled off the massacre at Core Hall in the hands of the high-ranking minister. And she wanted information about that. I know in the past that in my dealings with higher-ups, wherever I go, that the straightforward way of going about that is not always the best way. I know right now that you're very angry with us, but in the past we've been helpful to you, and if Clickwhistle wasn't in your jail right now, and we came back in 3 weeks with evidence that stopped us from going to war, if we had come back in a month with evidence of these things that happened with these exact same methods, if they had turned out differently, how would you be treating us? Because in the past, when we've shown you results with the methods that we use, we've been treated well. And I understand that the law binds all of us, but your current attitude seems a wee bit hypocritical. And it might be something that you think about in the future.
Roll me a persuasion check.
It's a good argument.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm the one making it. 15.
It's not bad.
It's respectable. It's double digits.
You know what? You make a good case. And I don't think it's the one you wanted. Do you have the evidence?
No.
Do you have the... It's my turn. You broke into it. You tried to break into a ranking official's house. There's a difference between our methods found information against terrorists and working against the officials of the city. Have you broken into my office?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't remember.
I mean,
We
maybe
have not.
we didn't,
haven't-
but
we
I
haven't
guess we
broken in with
kind
everyone
of
here.
just barged in a lot.
Oh, have you?
I don't really understand the concept of it. Yes, we did.
You're in a city, little girl.
I know, I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Not knowing the rules is not an excuse.
And if those officials are responsible for 400 deaths, then it's not different than working against the terrorist group.
Look,
If they proved
Look.
to be, it would be the
Look.
exact same thing.
That's a
They
lot
would
of
be.
conjecture.
look.
It's a very convenient conjecture for you.
If we had other ways to find information, it would be great. But you tied our hands when we came.
I tied nothing! You moved on your own. You want to say something?
Yes. I think it's incredible. I think it's entirely possible that she was after the wrong person. However, I heavily disagree with what she did, especially hearing what actually happened. Had I known that was her plan,
Are you trying
would've
to
stopped her.
save them?
save who?
Do you not understand that my kindness is what's happening to her? Do you misunderstand what this situation is right now?
No, I understand the situation, but there is some information that you don't have that I think you should. I think it's incredibly
Oh,
possible.
please.
She has a past and connections that have forced her hand in this way. I don't know how involved Barlow Vidigon actually was, but I do know that in regards to what he potentially could have been connected to, whatever his relationship was, we do know that there's somebody who's been operating pretty much unknown, who is responsible for a lot of death, and it's somebody she's been trying to break away from. They're the ones who tasked her for this, and I don't think...
And she did it.
Yes, I think what she did was wrong, but she was trying to do this to circumvent what they actually wanted her to do. She didn't go to him this time. She went to him this time because she refused to kill him when they told her to. And they were after her because of that. She was panicking. I don't agree with what she did. But I think the bigger threat at the end of all of this is this organization who's pushing these things. From what I understand, they're not known. We can prove they exist. We can show you the contract she was given.
That proves nothing.
It proves that they're here. And if you draw...
No. It proves nothing, Philip. You hand me a piece of paper that somebody else wrote, and you tell me that they exist and I should be afraid of them. when I have no other evidence to go on, and I'm supposed to believe you, I'm supposed to trust you, the 4 of you, the 5 of you, after what you did? That's not enough.
There are ways to stop somebody from lying.
There are.
Yes.
But there's also ways to manipulate people into thinking they know the truth. The willingness to lie is one thing. Knowing what the truth is something entirely different.
So if we
And
get
if we
you
were
the
and-
truth,
What?
so if we get you the truth, will you let her go?
That's not up to me.
But if we get everyone the truth, will they let her go? Because she's up against
Possibly.
a person of power, so of course they're not.
Possibly,
gonna
but
believe
you
her.
know what she did?
I know exactly what she did,
Then it doesn't justify the means.
and I agree. However,
Then she won't be let go just because there's new evidence into light that explains her actions. It just means that her actions have an explanation. It does not justify them. It doesn't make them okay. Because as soon as that's okay, then it's okay to break into my office. It's okay to break into people's homes. It's okay to take whatever you want because it makes your theory correct.
I'm not saying this is okay. What I'm saying is...
I didn't ask you if it's okay. I want you to understand that there's nothing you can say in this moment to change what is occurring.
okay.
I'm not trying to change that. What I'm saying is
You
that...
want me to believe that there's a bigger threat?
Yes.
I hear you, Philip. I do. I've already told you. My kindness is what's happening to her. She has a trial. She's not being drawn and quartered. And what you've... She can act out on her own, that's fine. And she does have good friends. You came. I have seen the spirit of this person. But you lied to me. And you didn't come to me. You went on your own. No,
But when
You're talking about what she did?
yes.
But
She's saying in the general, like, you guys
Yes.
guys decided.
not to be disrespectful.
Oh, that's
I know
always a
I've
great
already
start.
done it, and we've all already done it. But if we had come to you with what she had known
Yes.
and was told, would that really have changed anything? Because she's being charged for defamation of character. So would you have believed her because he's an official, or would you have told us that we were insane and how dare we?
No.
Because I don't, not again,
It would
I
have
don't
been.
think you
It would have.
believed us.
It would have changed a criminal act. The defamation of character.
She might
was
have gone and done it anyways, though.
Then that's on her.
And I
that's
don't
my
disagree,
point.
but I'm saying she might have done it
I
anyways.
am not done. My point exactly. She did this herself. There are repercussions to actions. And if you want to stay in this city, you will abide by them.
What she did, she did. I'm not trying to undo that. What I'm
I
saying...
don't think you are, Philip, but
What-
I don't have time. I don't have time to investigate an entirely new thing when I have to worry about the safety of my people.
What I'm saying...
And when people are breaking and entering into officials' homes to find information that they deem is important and taking the law into their own hands, you didn't come talk to me. There are processes in which we could, if you had any inkling, and you didn't. Barlow Vitagon is a trusted official. Yes, I would have told you you're crazy. But you know what you could have done? You could have filed for an investigation. You could have followed the rules.
We just didn't want more people to die.
That's fine. And admirable. You won't stop that.
We might have. What if she had gotten proof?
Then we'd be in a very different place.
Right, I'm just saying. So you
But
have
we
to
would be in the
understand-
exact same place.
No.
Because you would have gotten it through underhanded means.
But
I
then we
would not
would
have
have
been.
saved
That would
lives
not
of
be admissible
people.
in court. You wouldn't be able to stop Barrel Vitagon. And if you have this evidence that you need, what does it say that it stops the attacks from happening? We don't even understand what happened in Court Hall.
Well, she might. She might have understood what happened, and that's why it was of grave importance that she do it. But
Well,
you
that's
haven't
great for
spoken
you,
to
then.
her. You refused to go talk to her. Because yes, you're right, she broke the law. Nobody is above the law. I'm not above the law. None of us in this room, including yourself, are above the law because you're the law. But you have refused to go speak to her. Yes, she did something wrong, but instead of asking why it was of such grave importance that she go do that now instead of coming to you, you threw her in
She
jail.
also decided to break into a man's home.
Yes,
In
and
the
I
middle of
said
the night.
that.
She did not ask him. She did not go.
She could have killed him.
That's exactly why she's in prison.
She could have killed him. Twice now, actually. And she didn't.
So do you know
By the
something that I
time-
don't?
You should
No.
ask Barlow about it.
You're gonna deny it.
Or just maybe ask her.
We're done.
She's the one sitting in
We're
jail.
done.
Fine.
She motions to one of the guards. Go bring her in. About 10 minutes go by. She's not talking to you. She's writing. Guard comes to you. You're in your cell. Opens the door. You're coming with me.
Oh, okay.
He holds onto your chain and leads you. And you walk up the stairs. You go, and your friends are in the office of Daphne Firewall and Theodore. Your friends seem to think that you know something more. And I'm going to tell you right now. You are having a trial. Regardless of what you tell me right now, you will probably be put in prison for a long time. Regardless of what you say to me.
Okay. Understandable. This one was a grand mal fuck up.
I don't care.
I know you don't, but I'm saying it for them. So I was sent to this city by very, very dangerous people.
Who? And think carefully.
Since I am going to jail anyway, and if I go to jail, then I will be killed. The Crimson Dawn. Have you heard of them?
Yes.
They sent me here to take plans and to kill your dean. I came here and I decided that I did not want to do either of those things. So I let him go. And I did not take the plans. But I did learn that they were plans. The reason I was sent to steal them was because the Crimson Dawn thought that they were plans for a weapon. And they had very, very good intelligence. And since you know the Crimson Dawn, you know that their intelligence is very good. That Barlow Vitogan was selling them to the Bovasians. Now, when I ask him what they are for, he tells me they are not for a weapon. They are for irrigation. And when I learned that there were 400 dead in Core Hall and thousands injured, That makes me think that this was not a normal attack. Men on horses cannot kill 400 people without at least leaving some sort of trace. This was a chemical attack. This device could have been used to poison the water or to spray something on the crops or just spray something in the air. I did not kill this man and I did not steal these plans, and these 400 dead are on my head.
If it's the same.
The only way that we can find that out is to go to Core Hall. And you said yourself going to Core Hall at the moment is a bit of a suicide mission, yeah?
No, it's not suicide. It's just...
Something close?
No.
Just illegal.
No, not illegal. For you, yes. But...
I mean, everything's illegal for me now.
But... No, it's not worth it. We have the best minds down there at the moment.
But you see, there's only so much.
And there's only so much I can do when you don't tell me these things.
I do apologize for this. I thought
You acted out. On your own. I'll take that under advisement.
I thought you would not want to know, Daphne.
I'm not here to shame you. You're adults. Live with the consequences of your actions. You may think that Battle of Vitagon would do something like that, but I do not. I have known this. You can shake your head all you want, dear. I have fought a war with that man.
People.
That man is an ambassador. Before he was a dean of a college. Do you know which country he was an ambassador for?
Boveja?
Yes. And those plans you talk about, he brought them to the council.
So you know what they do?
Yes.
400.
It was a peace treaty. That was our ticket with Boveja. I'm letting you know this now. Because I see the looks in the four of your eyes. And I want you to be deathly aware of your next moves. I have liked you. But I've died for other people. And you are not them.
Did you die for the Dean? Has he died for you? Serious question. I'm not being shitty right now. I don't want him to be guilty, Daphne. I don't want him to.
I know he's not.
Then Can we prove it? It just seems
Look,
400 dead.
they took all of her possessions when she came in, yes? Was there a folder there?
What is that going to prove?
The reason why I cannot go to jail for a number of months.
It proves that these
That's not-
people. It
no,
proves that
it
these.
just proves that some random paper was made. She already said that. Oh, you weren't here for that.
I wasn't here for that.
It's just gonna be a random paper. Any one of us could have written it.
There would be no reason for it to exist, like to manipulate her if it was on her person when she was brought in.
Literally this exact reason. In case she was brought in.
How smart do you think I am?
Not terribly, I'm letting you know now. I'm just sound mad because I'm a little ticked off the situation.
All I'm saying is if you vouch for Barlow, then I believe it. I don't think it's him. But I do think if these people were looking for a weapon, and they've been able to operate unharmed for who knows how long, and they're sending out more people like Clickwhistle, I don't think she shouldn't face punishment for what she did. However, I think it would be in your best interest, especially when it comes to security, to take advantage of the fact that you now have an inside source to this group.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
That's a really good argument.
That's the argument I've been trying to make since the beginning.
If everyone would let me
But
speak.
I kept getting, yeah. 13 on the first one.
Don't look at your paper.
Right. That's a natural 20. Fuck it.
Hey!
I mean, you have a +4 charisma, and I think
Plus four charisma, I'm proficient in persuasion.
7, so 27, and
It's
Hot damn.
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna look it up right now. It's
I'm pretty sure it's +7.
it's +7. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm pretty. Yeah, I was like that was certainly one of the skills when you were like thinking of Philip.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
She's done a lot of bad.
I'll see you all at the trial. And the guards start to usher you out, and they take you back down the stairs. They're going to take you back to the cells, but you guys have a little bit of interim time, and I'll cut you off when you're being pulled away to your cell
Okay.
to talk.
Should I have also mentioned my new second job?
I don't know if it would have mattered right now.
You had the contract on you, didn't you?
I did.
Then they probably already know, and that's the proof that we need.
Do they know that it is time for a month? I cannot go away for a long time. It is express order.
Look, I'm sure she
I-
understands that.
I also don't think she's going to care because it's illegal activity.
True, but I mean, would she care if you guys are going to die?
No.
Because that's the thing. I am guilty. I am.
Yes, and
I
you're going to
don't
face punishment for that.
Sure.
However,
I don't think she's aware something can happen to us, but I also don't think she cares anymore.
I don't think she could do anything if she
Okay.
did.
I also doubt it explicitly says, do this or we'll kill XYZ.
I mean,
Yeah,
if she's
that's
familiar
what
with
I
the
was
Crimson
asking.
Dawn, then
But she also said that a piece of paper doesn't prove anything. I feel like
a piece of
you would
paper.
have
And
to like have an example of it actually happening. If you talk
if
to
there
somebody.
were examples you could prove of it actually happening,
Yeah.
then the Crimson Dawn wouldn't be able to keep doing it.
God, the fucking law is so difficult.
Is there like a place you guys go?
No, like the whole point is that you never see us coming. You never see us. Like that's.
Like a special calling or anything? Like, do you need help?
Is there like a safe word that I would know?
Pineapple.
I don't know.
Pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple
a
on
word
pizza.
for what?
like a distress call or like a.
I know, I tried to not use the
be
word
in my
call.
wheelhouse, but like is
I mean,
there a
that's the
distress
thing.
call? Is there
The
a
Crimson Dawn probably knows you're in jail.
F thing?
If they wanted you out, they would probably either act in some way or I guess send a lawyer? How much like the mob is the Crimson Dawn? Do they have lawyers on retainer?
Just
Alright,
big
I don't
man
know.
comes out.
Yeah, like,
Lawyers and doctors.
So you have my client in jail. Get a route.
Get a route right now.
No, there is no secret code
Yeah.
that's like,
Nothing like written on a wall.
help,
no
I'm
thieves'
in.
canty.
What is that gonna do?
I don't know.
You're
I'm
right
hobo
on a
symbols.
wall and somebody's gonna be like.
I don't know. Like writing
I mean, she
somewhere.
doesn't-
Well, that's the thing. It's like I don't know where the Crimson Dawn has like operatives. I could scratch.
No.
it on my
I just
stone
mean
wall
I
and
just
the
mean to
guards
say
will
that
walk
like
by.
there's no
a shady guard.
there's no like
Nothing. There's no distress.
no
Yeah.
because what you said is more accurate. Is part of the thing is you're not supposed to get caught.
Yeah. That's kind of the whole thing. We don't really have an SOS. There's no real backup plan.
At this point, you are being taken away.
Shouted at
Guys,
him.
can you come down to the cells? Are they allowed to come down to the cells?
The guards are ushering them out.
No.
Could you message me?
Text me.
Text me.
call me, beep me.
Call me beep.
They
beep, know
usher
where I am.
you out of the garrison and stand waiting for you to walk away.
Yeah, we do that.
I'll say you can gauge the distance and you stay within message range, but you're not. You're like kind of like out of eyesight and earshot of the guards. Because 120 feet's not that far, and so
This might be a dumb question. Can you message her and ask her how she became part of it? Because I don't remember. But maybe if one of us pretend to try to become one, we can get in contact with someone.
Before the trial tonight?
They know who we are. We're not going to get in touch with the Crimson Dawn.
Yeah.
I mean, I know exactly who we are, and we've done some pretty crazy things. We've been to hell. We've been back. We've been to a marsh that nobody was supposed to go to and came back. We've done extremely, incredibly stupid, incredible things, and we have done it. I'm not going to say that we can't do it for sure. I'm not going to say that we will be able to get in contact with anyone, but I'm also not going to doubt us now. We're 5 if she was here, 5 of the weirdest combination of people to ever be put together in a room ever, and somehow we have made that work on multiple occasions. So yes, it's crazy to think that we could probably do this, but I also come from some very crazy people, and I guess if now's the time to kind of act like the snake-like person that I am, I mean, I guess we should do it, and I should do it, because one of our family members is sitting in jail. I don't need you to agree with me. I don't need you to think that it's a good idea, but I will do it, and if I have to do it outside of the house so it's not in the house, I will.
Just give it time.
Well, we don't have that,
Just wait
as
for
you just mentioned.
Just wait for the trial.
the trial is the same day. The trial's in like 2 hours.
Exactly. Can you still ask her anyways?
Yeah.
Thank you, I
specifically
appreciate
how
that.
she got in contact
Yeah,
with the
like
Crimson
how-
Dawn, or
yes.
if she knows of a way
Yeah.
we could get in contact.
Yeah. Like, obviously she doesn't know, like, as we just said, there's no call or anything, but, like, if there was, like,
No, but like
something she had to do to get their attention.
Yeah. Like how she would let them know if she'd accomplished
Yeah.
the job. Alright, I do that. Message. How did you end up with the Crimson Dawn at first? Or also, how do you generally get a hold of them when you need to tell them something?
How does message work? Is he speaking this at a level that we can hear?
It's a whisper, so reasonably, you guys are kind of like in a close knit circle.
Can I?
That looks suspicious. Just like,
Can I perception check just to make sure that?
To the outside world.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You're actively trying to find if anybody's.
If anybody's watching, yeah. Am I proficient? I don't think I'm proficient. No, I'm not.
Remember
18.
18?
Yeah.
You guys have gone off to a little corner, you know, like kind of like part of an alley.
Yeah.
As you guys are huddled and you ask your question, it's a longer alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
probably 300 feet, and about 250. One of the curves, you just see like a head pop out and then pop back.
Okay.
Have I heard
I'm just
of-
gonna jostle Liam and just be like, let's go. Like it's not safe to talk right here.
Alright, belay that order.
Okay.
And then
Sarah being watched?
was that?
You think we're being watched?
I'm just gonna nod.
Right.
And I'm gonna start walking towards the mining company.
I'm so pissed that I don't have my deja boots.
Yeah, 'cause I like.
So you
Do
you're walking on the main street.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to answer that message, right?
He didn't ask
No, it was basically as he was asking it.
Yeah, he was like,
Philip.
Just like cut him off.
Talking.
Yeah.
Alright.
You heard the question though.
Okay.
I'll say that. I'll say you basically heard the question and
Because I would have responded, but like, so
it,
there
it,
wasn't
it would
enough
really
time
it,
for
it
a
would really
response?
only you still have your response.
Okay.
I'll limit you to the 25 words you have,
Okay.
and only Liam gets to hear it.
Okay.
I crash landed, and they picked me up. I don't know. The only way to contact them is find operative or go to them directly. 24.
Send.
As you guys are
Set.
walking towards the mining company,
Mhm.
I'm not going to mining company.
I'm just as you guys are walking the streets, we're gonna take our break,
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
and we'll see you soon. And participate in this chat for the giveaway.
Woo!
Yeah.
We will.
Last chance to get in for it. We're gonna
Yeah.
read it at the break.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember, the code is nonsense words.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed break, and whoever just won, congratulations.
Wow, enjoy.
Enjoy it because we can't. Because they have it.
Woohoo!
we?
But we already have it.
Congrats!
I know, but you know.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, Chris.
Wait, am I giving them my copy?
That's why.
That's a giveaway.
That's
Wait,
what a
it's what?
giveaway stands
It's a
for,
giveaway.
right? Yeah. We.
I have to give it to them?
It had to exist first for us to give it away. So.
Oh. Huh.
Man, no, the digital age kind of really messes with that whole cake. The whole cake idiom, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
You could just copy paste your cake.
Buy
and
my
then
shit
get
on.
People can
All
just
right,
like
so
post your cake without credit.
You are on your way back to the mansion.
No.
Well, oh, sorry, to the mining company.
Yeah.
Who is going to the mining company with Philip?
I will. If we're
Nameless.
I'm gonna go home.
Lolly.
If we're actively being followed,
I'm gonna go to
I
Morals.
don't know about going to the mansion right now.
If we're being followed, do we really
You'll
wanna-
still kind of go the same direction for a little while. And
Oh,
then
okay.
break away.
Do you need to head back to the mansion?
Do you want to go?
I could cast invisibility on.
Wait, you wanted to go to Morals?
I'm not telling you that, but yeah, I'm going to
Oh.
Morals.
Okay.
No, I'll just go with you guys. I don't
She
wanna
will
send
eventually
someone
break
to-
off.
if
So
someone's
like,
I'll
it
tell
will-
you
it
then,
Will, it
yeah.
will be
Yeah.
obvious.
Right.
It will
I
be
just don't
obvious.
think we should split up.
Well, I don't think we should go to the mining company, so
Okay.
we have different opinions.
Okay, well then we'll just go where you're going.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, I
We
guess
do
we're-
that.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure you were all in agreement with that. I
Yeah.
was letting it. So
Yeah.
you're headed to Morals then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the first time Morals been on stream.
As you, as you make your way across, there are the alleyways that you have to go through to get to Morals. Just because they're not on the main street, So you take your little bit of time. It's, from the garrison, though, it's not that far, so it's probably like a 20-minute walk. Actually, a little bit more like 15. Just she's actually getting a little too much. Yeah, come on out, buddy.
The cat's out of the bag.
She's getting a little too antsy in there.
She's here to knock the cameras.
So you come up to the building. It's similar orb shape, sort of. It's like a half orb as it comes down to nestle into the street, and it has this curved to a point roof structure to it all. The little slate roof tiles on top of it as well. The beautifully ornate mahogany door. Sorry. There, now you're safe.
Now you're
And
safe.
she's not crying the whole time, so she wanted it.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Out of context, I don't like that sentence.
No, it
Oh,
sucks.
yeah, that was
That's a pretty bad sentence.
pretty bad, but when
I'm just
when it's dealing with my cat,
Yeah, it's
makes
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay when you're talking about a cat.
Yeah.
So, the shop is open. There's not many patrons inside. 2, maybe 3 on the first level.
I just thought that if anyone was gonna know about shady things, it would might be a shady person.
Yeah,
Sure.
true.
I just don't think we should talk about them out in public if they're watching us. That's all.
How do you know that's who's watching us?
They were
Makes-
watching us before.
Makes more sense than a brand new shady organization following our footstep.
Sure, I was just saying.
Okay. I'm just gonna look. Yeah. I'm just gonna like.
Well, I'm telling you that there's patrons inside. There are the usual people but Moral's not just like hanging about.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just gonna be walking around the space, basically just looking at stuff.
Hello, is there a shopkeeper near here?
The the worker that you step up to, she looks at you and it's been a minute since you lot have been in here. You would like to talk to Moral?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right. And she takes a step back, goes up the stairs.
So, did you want to ask about the whole entire joining the Crimson Dawn?
I did.
Moral comes back down. The elven worker goes first, and Moral comes down in this very brightly colored,
I love Moral's outfits.
I know.
They're always the
beautifully
best.
fresh assortment of colors, kind of invoking this natural vibrancy, and seems to be sort of springtime floral prints. With like this kind of like kimono-esque robe over it all, and with a sort of red and white lily placed within their hair. And their hair is also different than the last time you saw them. It is this sort of green, yellow, sort of...
Looks like a flower.
It's just vibrant. It's just this... It's like
dyed?
blonde.
Or is it like it's like growing that color?
Magic.
It's naturally that color. Like that's the appearance it has. It has a very subtle sheen to it, and it's sort of blended in a way that is more of an umber fade into, like, from the yellow to the green. They have it like braided, and they step down. Hello.
Hi. We have a question for you, but Philip is afraid that we should not ask it here.
Well, no, I said not out in, like, the streets.
Well, there are still people here.
Just go back to, like, looking at things.
Okay, I guess I can ask you here. Would you have an ear to the ground pretty well?
So this is perhaps of the subtler conversation?
I thought so.
Well, then... It seems like you'll be asking me a host of unseemly questions. Maybe we could reconvene to my office.
Okay.
They kind of direct to the rest of you to join if you would like.
Yeah, I go.
Kind of a motion just as they put the robe back, and they whisper something to the worker as they move back up the stairs.
Am I supposed to do that? I don't understand.
What?
Oh, you just seemed upset.
Let's just go.
Okay.
Does anybody stay behind?
No.
Just making sure. Just the four
I
of
shook
you.
my head like I'm not.
I
in jail. I
know.
was like, I want to go, but like I'm in jail, so. Just nibbling on that bread, moving around.
Oh no, the
moving-
bread's gone. It wasn't a lot of bread.
Oh, moving the cot slightly to the left, and a little bit more to the left, and a little bit more to the
Interior
left,
designing.
and a little bit more to the left, and a little bit more to the left.
Punch away that room.
They lead you up the stairs, and they go to sit back down at their desk. Very sparsely decorated room, but it yet again seems to have changed with the seasons since the last time you've been in here. And they sit down and they say, "Oh," and just kind of direct, and the door closes without anybody.
Are there chairs in front of the desk?
No.
Okay.
No, you are all standing, and they are sitting.
I like what you have done with the place.
It's very kind of you. Thank you.
We were just curious if you know anything about the Crimson Dawn.
Huh. And why would the four of you need to know about that?
I want to join them.
That's... Oh. Boy. There are very few things that I would just outright know is a lie. And you're going to have to work a lot harder than that on that one.
I'm not lying.
So you're denouncing Dolora then?
Yep.
Roll me a deception check.
If it's down to God.
Bridget also, yeah, I was just gonna say, just put,
would
just
anybody
just
mind
ask
just putting
ask
that
to
over?
take it away because she's just gonna go for it. There's a
She's a plastic chewer.
That'd be a solid 3.
Oh boy.
as fun as that road would be to watch you drown in. Please, don't waste my time.
Fine. We need to get in contact with them.
That's much better.
And I figured the best way to do it would be to try to pretend to join.
You would think.
Is it not?
No. No. They're much too careful. Why do you think a global organization was capable of working in impunity?
So...
I rarely deal with them, I'll have you know. They aren't my favorite people. They are grossly... Oh, the best way to phrase it, I suppose, would be to say that they think very highly of themselves and of their power. And I really only have room for one of those people. But there are times where they come in handy. They certainly procure the items that you send them out to do. Should a rival competitor need to take a sabbatical, they are chief among my contacts in that way. But I have other means. Money and influence and general good business. I don't rely on them very often. What do you need them for? Do you need them to perform a task for you? If so, they're not that hard to get a hold of.
We just need to talk to them.
Well, why?
I do love a little bit of discourse in a group.
Because maybe they have more insight on what's going on that can help us get her out.
They're not going to put themselves on the line to get her out.
But I am. And that's fine with me.
I believe his point is you're going to the wrong source. Let me see if I've picked something up. There's only 4 of the 5 of you. Oh, yes, whatever.
She was like, I'm sorry, Panther. Panther's
There's
people.
5 of the 6 of you.
Thank
Does that
you.
make you feel better?
It does.
Good. It seems as though your roguish friend, if I'm piecing this together correctly, has attachments to the Crimson Dawn, and your plan is to make her a beacon to these people? To notify them of her. I'm assuming the Aarakocran who attempted to break in and assault one of the city councilmen is our same roguish friend. And you would like to advertise to the Crimson Dawn that she's in prison, if they don't already know. Good luck.
I just don't want. I don't know what else to do. None of us are really good at, like.
And that's why you came to me.
I just thought maybe you might know someone who is, like, I don't know, like, the Sharks or Jets or something. Like, you know, like.
I don't get
That
that.
would be a reference you would know.
I don't understand it.
I'm not a patron of the arts.
What's a jet?
Like, their rival game, you
Like
know?
the stone.
Oh.
I thought maybe, like, we could get someone who might, I don't know, be good at protecting her in trial.
Hey, do you know any good lawyers? Or could you give me a breakdown of the entire Sestead law system in the next hour?
Maybe.
No, not super likely.
What is
Choose-
a gavel?
I do love the idea that Philip knows enough about the court that he knows the word gavel, but was still confused enough by it that it
I would also like to know
wasn't.
more about the hammer they hit things with. Like, I'm big into hitting things.
Just like my favorite.
I want to make like a character who is like a fighter, but he used to be a judge, so he just fights with gavels.
Ooh,
It's kind
like
of cool.
little ones.
So you want Liam Hammerfist?
Yeah, basically.
But little Liam.
Original,
little Hammers.
original
But
Liam.
but higher wisdom.
And
Yeah. They say, decide which favor you want.
Well, do you know people
I know lots of people.
that could help her in jail
For a
trial?
good price, yes.
What is the price?
Depends on what you want them to do.
I don't know. I don't know how this whole thing works. Maybe it's stupid. I don't know.
I think
Sorry.
I think our best bet is to let this play out right now.
Of course, let's go then.
Oh, no, please. I'd love to help. You don't have to leave if you don't want to.
At the moment, I'm just trying to pass the time until the trial. But we know the Crimson Dawn is watching us, so...
It's fairly likely. You do make quite a lot of noise when you walk through town.
He's not very sneaky.
That is not what I mean. You are not unnoticeable, dear.
I'm aware.
Not many people walk around with Panther.
Panther walks around with me.
However he does it in such a flair.
He does, doesn't he?
You kind of like sit there and he's
It's the bow tie.
would you like my assistance or not? I do have other duties today.
What kind of assistance could you possibly offer?
What would you like? We are Moral's magical, mystical emporium. We are everything you could want. You just have to decide.
I think we played our cards right before. I think right now Clickwhistle is safer under Daphne's eye than she would be outside of it. If that ends up not being the case, then we can address it, but we'll know soon enough.
Sorry to bother you. I'm gonna leave.
Okay, well, enjoy your time and just stick to the main roads. Go back to work. Does everybody leave?
I was gonna say, Yvonne as well. Before heading out.
Do you wait for any response? You just say it and go?
Just say, yeah, I don't like rush out, it's just kind of like a...
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
as
just
you
letting
leave.
them know.
Mm.
Yeah.
No sign of... More of an acknowledgement, but just no...
It's fair.
What if we don't stay on main roads?
So you leave?
Yeah.
Okay. You all step out, stepping out of Moral shop.
What if we don't? What if we get accosted by Crimson Dawn? Would it help or hurt Clickwhistle's case if we physically brought in a member of the Crimson Dawn into the courtroom?
Well,
I want to do a perception check.
Go for it. Active perception, looking for shady types.
This is motherfucking.
Well, that's a 5, so I see no one.
The street's not busy, but sort of reeling from the aggravation of that encounter. You're not getting good eyesight, like getting eye lines on any of the other places around you.
Is the trial at the garrison, or like where is that happening?
The trial is not at the garrison. It's in the spire.
It's in the spire. Okay. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the trial will be held at the spire. That's good.
Okay.
Where are you going now?
How long do we have?
The time it took to get there, another hour and 45.
Huh. She's pretty close by.
Yeah.
They
Well,
were
you
pretty
guys
close by.
left from the garrison, so it's only like a 15-20 minute walk from there.
That's fair.
She's in the north. They're in the northwestern part of town. So.
Okay. Does anybody have anything they want to do beforehand, or?
I just don't want to lead someone back to the house.
Same.
Let's hit something.
You want to hit something?
Yeah.
Look for a fight
club.
Looking for a fight club.
Again, in the northwestern district, you are still a part of the western side of Sestead has a lot more of the magical influence. That's mainly just because of the direction towards the college. So a lot more shops go out there. A lot more materials are made from there. The eastern side is more relegated to farm life, just basic housing, but also a lot more rudimentary shops or the mining companies in the south, and like a lot more trades are done on the eastern sides, and also the garrisons in the north. And so,
do we want to try to bait an attack?
I'm gonna do a perception check.
I guess. Wait, do you have your?
Yeah.
Is your Ursat's eye active right now?
Yes.
Okay, then you don't have disadvantage. Great.
Doesn't matter. I rolled the wrong dice. That's a 5.
Roll the wrong
Similar-
dice, like literally not a d20? Or
No,
roll the
no,
wrong dice?
roll the wrong.
This
D20.
one's been
Okay.
rolling poorly. My other one's been rolling average.
You have a jail.
Yeah.
You have a dice re-education camp.
Rehabilitation center.
What are you in for? Rolling a 5? I know.
Fill with water, dice waterboarding. I'm sorry.
Similar situation as Set Lolly is that just a little too unfocused to be able to appropriately check the surroundings. It's the city. It's also getting closer to middle of the day, so the hustle of the city is starting to pick up. So it's a little bit harder to pick out anything resembling like that's an interesting person to see.
All right. I want to try to find a dark alley with a dead end.
Okay.
And at the entrance of that alley in Thieves' Cant, I want to write information for sale on the Crimson Dawn.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Okay. So, give me an investigation check to find a alley with an end, with a dead end, and with a darkened dead end. What pathway are you guys going towards, though? This is just what I need to know. You can still make your roll. I just need to know where you guys are headed while he's doing this.
Oh.
Did I teach you that? Did I teach you that for real?
I read your entire contract that was in Thieves' Camp.
Ah,
Pretty sure I've worked out
with
basics.
with her guidance.
Yes.
with my
So I'm
guidance.
just like, the best I can get. The closest I can get to.
I understand. No. This is the first check.
That's
It's
21.
bad.
21. All right. Where are you guys headed? I need that conversation to happen first before I can say
The
anything.
spire?
Vaguely
Yeah.
spire word.
As you start to move through the alleys, and you're not even towards the main road yet. About 2 minutes in, you find the alley I'm such an alleyway.
All right.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check to try to write in the language that you barely know in an entire sentence from what you can approximate and remember from what Clickwhistle was teaching you.
Right. 18.
God
18.
damn it.
Yes.
Shit.
You feel pretty confident with what you've written, and what you wrote was, give me 1 second to notate that. What did you write?
Oh, info for sale on Crimson Dawn.
Okay.
Kill us all. Gonna kill us all. I'm dead in the cells.
They didn't know that we know it.
I'm already dead in the
Huh?
cells.
They didn't know that we knew
No.
Knew
Okay.
what?
about them.
They might have. They might have seen.
So
Clickwhistle.
anybody
might
who's
have.
walking
Now they know.
Well,
towards
the person
the
who sees
spire,
this and investigates it.
you do see
won't be able to tell
Liam
them.
take. It probably takes you 3 minutes because you're not well versed in it, and you're like trying to remember at parts.
Yeah.
You see him for 3 minutes like scritching into the wall.
Well, okay, I'm just gonna keep an eye on the alleyway, and if there's anybody.
It's a dead end. It's a dead end alleyway
Okay.
that he's riding into.
Around us, looking for anybody who might be like rooftops.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I'm fishing.
What?
This is the bait.
God damn it! It's a
On the
one.
hook.
God damn it!
Oh.
You're much more distracted with the plight of your friend, and I don't know, you might be hungry.
What are you baiting?
might be
Huh?
What are you baiting?
I'm gonna see if I can catch the person at the Crimson Dawn that Philip thinks he saw following us earlier.
What are you gonna do with them?
Just put him to sleep. Ask him a few questions when they wake up.
But okay.
Hit him with my hammer.
All right, you move towards the spire.
Yeah. So I'll meet up with you guys at the case. If you guys want to hang around, I wouldn't recommend being in the alley, cause I'm gonna be invisible.
Oh.
And what do you want to do,
Do you
Philip?
think doing this by yourself is a good idea?
I'll be invisible.
I'm gonna.
Right, I got that. But, I heard you say that. Don't worry. But like, these people are trained to
What
kill.
what buildings are around this alleyway?
What do you mean by what buildings?
Like, if you're talking like, so if there's like an alleyway down here, like this building and this building, this building and this building, like what is there?
They would be. These are more shops centric area, like I said before. This is more of a. The dead end is a fence, like a 7 boards up against each other to separate the alleyways, right? There's some garbage placed in there. But these two buildings, the one, I will say, when you're looking down the alleyway, the one to the right is 3 stories tall, the one to the left is 2 stories. And they stretch the whole alleyway itself is probably 50 feet long, and those buildings stretch the distance of the alleyway.
Alright. Here we go. I'm going to be in that alleyway. I'm going to see if I can catch anything in an hour. If you guys want to go inside that building and I need help, I'll send a message to you.
That's what I was thinking.
Alright? Sound reasonable?
Yeah.
The building
Okay.
to the right is like a botany / herb.
Yeah, we'll hang out there.
So, I almost said suppository, and that's not what I meant.
Fit that whole-
Repository?
Repository?
Yeah,
That's what
I think that's what I
thinking.
was like.
Yeah.
Repository.
Fit
It's
that
a,
whole
yeah,
thing.
it's a place that like that you would have a lot of that stuff. The building to the left is more of an establishment, like a bar or restaurant.
Oh,
Might be better to hang out there.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And I head down to the end of the alley.
Okay. The 3 of you head into the bar.
Yeah.
It's mildly crowded. Not a lot of people in the middle of the day. It seems like they're kind of just opening up. They welcome you. They, if you want any drinks or food, you're more than welcome to it. It won't run you more than 2 silver for individual stuff. So if you want any of that, just let me know.
Yeah, fuck it.
But they give you a table, so you can sit down.
Give me a salad. Go to the bar for the salad.
It's a pretty good salad. It's
Oh.
right next to the herb and
Oh, okay.
Huge
repository.
suppository.
So it's like
Fit that whole thing in there.
you put that whole thing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
just
turn
asked for
invisible,
water.
head down the alleyway, and you are just waiting.
I'm just
Correct?
gonna wait for
Okay.
the hour I have of
Uh,
invisibility.
Panther, they allow him in as your service animal. Essentially, like that's basically what I'm running with. The idea is that like that's just like the
This is
excuse you learned was
My
it's
service
like
panther.
it's my service panther, and they're just like it's a panther. They're not gonna fuck with you. Like
Yeah.
they're just like
The amount of times we were
more times than not, you just have
Yeah,
the air of
Totally.
command
He's got
that
the
they
best.
just let it happen.
He's a boat guy,
But
so it's
Panther's
his
sort
service
of
free time.
sitting next to you
Says don't pat me on the
at the edge of the
Mhm.
on the table. He kind of pokes his head at you a little bit. Are you sure that Liam should be there alone?
No, but I apparently make stupid ideas. So I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do.
I don't think that's the takeaway.
Well, when you're made to feel stupid when you finally speak up for the first time and suggest something, I don't want to suggest anything anymore. I'm not the leader of the party, so.
He puts his head on your leg and he just says, "You can have a different opinion."
I do.
That
And
doesn't make you wrong. It also doesn't mean that they have to agree with you either.
sure, I don't always make people, I don't know.
I don't think you're being told to be different or stupid. I just don't like it. He kind of keeps looking towards the door. I don't like... It's just uneasy. I don't like feeling uneasy.
I am going to walk over to like the window where I can kind of see the wall.
He joins. He
Yeah.
does like walk with you. He kind of like, but he puts his back to the wall and just kind of like has his eye on you and the door.
And I am going to cast the unicorn spirit.
Is this your ability?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So it's not a cast. You're going to invoke.
I'm going to invoke my unicorn spirit.
That's
Like
a move.
above the, like, on the roof.
How far can it go? 60 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be enough. I'm trying to think.
How tall are these ceilings?
No, it's a
Yeah.
2-story building. That's
Yeah.
more of what I was like. I was just making sure is that more than that? It's like no, that's way under.
It was like,
Yeah.
it was
You
like-
know, it's like
a short town.
yeah, it's like
a
that's
really
not
short
that's not.
town. Yeah.
So
And
Renaissance fair height.
with that, I'm going to do a quick perception check because it says I get advantage on all ability checks made to detect creatures in the spirit's aura, and try and see if I
the
see
aura
any-
goes for how long?
60 feet.
I think it's 60. I'm just
Yeah, it's
making sure.
Oh no, 30-foot radius.
30 foot.
So 60 feet diameter. Me. So then I put the unicorn by me. I thought it was 60 feet radius.
No, that's what I'm trying to think. Is that it's like
I misunderstood.
if you have a 2-story building,
That's 20 feet.
20. It would just be enough. I was also trying to see if he was going to be in that radius as well, but he's not. He's 50 feet down the alley.
Yeah.
So
I'm
he's
just trying to see if
far
there's
enough
anyone,
away
like,
that he's
in
not a
the-
part of it, but that was
the
more what I
area,
was thinking of. You're within the thing. I don't, for the purposes of whatever, you are in it.
And Panther and I are gonna do it together. But Panther's gonna smell and
You're going to look out the window.
look out the window. He also gets advantage on smelly smells.
Yes, he does.
So, do I get advantage because I'm looking for somebody?
Well, the nature of the...
It says detect creatures in the spirit's aura.
You get what when you...
It says you and your allies gain advantage on all ability checks made to detect creatures in the spirit's
Yes.
aura.
Then...
So we both, him and I both get advantage.
Yes.
Then. Okay, so for me, 11 plus, so 18 for me, and for Panzer
Panzer Dragoon.
is...
He has like a +4, doesn't he?
Yeah, so 18 for both of us.
He's, like I said, he's watching you, but he is sort of also watching the door, and you do notice him kind of, like he's keeping his nose to the door, trying to like detect anything. As you're looking out the window, yeah, you're looking for anything that is suspicious, but you're also kind of trying to envision anybody who is walking with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you're like trying to parse out in the crowd. Down the alleyway, you stand, and 10 minutes, 15, 20, nothing's going on. 25, nothing. At half an hour, can I get another perception check from you and Panther? Obviously, you and Panther at advantage.
Yeah.
Because wait, well, how long does that thing last?
1 minute. So he gets advantage regardless, but I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
think
don't
that
get
I
advantage
don't
for
get
this
advantage,
one. Sorry.
So. Okay, that was a 12. So.
You didn't see anything for that first minute was what I was trying to say.
16 minutes. 16 for Panther, and for me. Gosh, it's an
Plus
18.
7. 18?
Yeah.
13.
13.
Wait, and 18 is really good though.
18
No,
is
but I
good.
just keep only getting 11.
At 11, yeah. You're like, I'm only just rolling above average.
I'm only just making this.
13, 16, 18.
Mm-hmm.
You're not seeing anything. People kind of just keep walking by the alleyway. At, again, the half-hour mark, he says, there's a smell lingering. And at that, you kind of take a moment to really take a look, and it's really like minor. You would have to leave the bar to be sure. But there's something about the entrance to the alleyway that looks weird. There's like a bubble of a shadow at the edge of the alleyway. More so than the building that is casting it would give off, and it just looks like something weird.
I think we should go.
Okay.
And I begin to walk outside,
Mm-hmm.
pretending to be wasted.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
That's unfortunate.
If I hold her, is that
Performance
advantage?
saving throw?
If I hold her and do it, also, is that advantage?
Is that nothing?
No, you have
Oh.
individual performance checks. You can't. I would
No,
say
I'm not
this particular thing, you can't give each other advantage.
Yeah.
But if you guys are both doing it, it might make it.
Can one person
Easier.
just? Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying it's like if multiple people are doing it, maybe it's a little bit easier of a DC, but you cannot give advantage to it.
And I'll do it as well.
I was like, can't hurt.
Performance check. I mean, Philip, Nameless came over and said we should go. So.
Yeah, I get up and I'm going with him.
Okay.
It is an 8.
Chelsea?
I'm a 2.
Oh, come on!
Can you give me an 8 and a 2 drunk performance, please?
I'm so drunk.
Oh my god! Please
Way too much
Oh, I had so
alcohol.
many shots of that thing.
Girls, come on. You can't.
I'm throwing up.
We can't just go into a bar and make fun of the people there. Come on. You're better than this. Act mature.
You think
you're
you're
right.
in charge?
You're
Who
right.
made you the leader?
Okay, very
I
funny.
can shoot sunbolts from my arms.
Oh, very funny. Very funny.
So, give me a performance check.
Freaking natural 20 over here. Get out! Get out! No, but freaking close!
It's a 16 and I have a +4 to charisma, so that's a 20.
Christ.
So, as you guys step out,
Dirty 20.
It's all together, we're real good.
you two are like
That's so funny.
overselling it. And when Philip comes out and says what he says, the 18 people who have seen you come out and make this much noise and are like, who the are these people? And then you can't make fun of these. They're just like, okay. Loud, obnoxious people. God, I'm trying to walk about my day.
Forgot to add panthers in the back, like stumbling like this. To add to our performance.
Panther's helping?
I'm just kidding.
What's his charisma?
Oh, not good. I was just kidding, but apparently
I'm trying to teach you guys a lesson
Yeah.
about saying shit.
If you say it out loud, this is the problem. If you say it out loud, it happens, and now I'm in jail, and I'm gonna get a trial.
-2.
-2?
Go.
He actually is way better at it than you two. he's way more
That sounds
believable.
about right.
Like as
Those
he's
guys
going,
are assholes, and also they got the cat
I
drunk.
know. Does it look
And-
like they're making fun of the cat?
I can't, a little
Are they
bit.
making fun of Panther?
And there's like a moment. There's a moment towards the end where like what you're saying, he kind of comes over and brushes and he's like, maybe tone it down.
Panther's giving you lessons on how to
So
Play a Meisner.
so
And Liam hears all of this.
yeah, Liam, you do hear you can very distinctly tell your friends' voices shouting in the street.
My plan did not work.
Yeah,
I tried,
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Message. What are you guys doing?
To whom?
To
all of
who?
us?
Chelsea.
To name
Who's Chelsea?
Yeah, nameless.
I
Listen.
saw something and I thought that I would be able to like casually walk by.
Okay. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check.
I thought I could like casually walk by.
The guilty smile.
I thought
I can
I'm
walk
gonna
by.
try and make a perception check now that since she said she saw something, I'm gonna see if I can see what she's talking about.
Sure thing.
That's funny. This is the most fun I've had not playing a game
21.
ever.
21. 21 on a perception check. As that information crosses your pathway, you focus. And you notice a slight bubbling in the shadow at the end of the alleyway. But more than that, you see an imprint in the dirt of the street.
Are you smearing of true sight?
It's the best present that we've
Yeah,
ever
this
given
thing,
anybody.
this thing wound up being way better than I thought it would be.
It's only been helpful.
As you
I was just thinking
I bite.
sight.
I know. That's true.
I just thought of a cool function for the ring. You just like as you yeah,
Edge
it's
it
like
upside
it's like a
down.
twin yeah.
You click it to
And-
Wumbo.
There's a figure at the end of the alleyway.
What are they doing? Are
It
they
is like
looking
this
at me,
like
or-
thin blue outline to them, and they have their hand next to on the actual building, and they are reading your scribble.
Does it look like they're having trouble? Because I'll feel bad.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like they have trouble, and there's a moment where, but you do see a moment of clarity. And they've kind of kept looking over to where your friends are,
Okay.
and just kind of kept an eye on them the whole time. Does not seem to notice you.
Okay. So he's done the thing. Is
He's been reading it, and he's also looking towards your group of friends.
okay. I'm gonna have to drop my invisibility and cast Eye Bite.
Nyonk.
Fuck you, motherfucker!
Appears the
Surprise,
bitch.
What is your DC? 16? 15?
16.
God, that jump in intelligence.
Yeah. It
Like,
bumped it up 2 points, man. That's
That's a big deal.
all right. It's a con save, or is it a wisdom?
Sorry.
wisdom, I
It
believe.
should be wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it could have been con.
I get it.
I just remember from
there's
last
some-
time.
Yeah, that's I just was.
We have to save the Constitution.
You're gonna steal the Constitution.
I just love. No, I'm sorry. That was so good.
Yes.
What would you like to happen?
Unconscious.
Bye, fucker. Sorry, Mom.
You guys in the street, as you guys have subsided your noise, you just
I run.
no. You just hear hit the ground,
Yeah, I run.
and you're not that far away.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
point. It's
Gotcha.
I thought you were saying you ran away the first time. I was
No,
like, that's
I
weird.
meant towards the noise.
No, you don't have to run. That's what I mean. It's it's at the end of the alleyway.
Got it.
You hear a frump hit the ground, and you see a body there. The invisibility is dropped, and you see the form of a a human male. It is in they are. He's in sort of he has leather armor on, and he's got a mask pulled up, and it's got a sort of reddish tint to all of it, but it is more on the darker side, darker browns and blacks, and he has just a very simple tabard sort of draped over that, and he is walking. He's got a bow on his back, and he's got a couple of knives. It seems like he's not he was out for the day. Doesn't have a travel pack with him, doesn't have anything on him that's very signification of a lot of movement. It seems I'm just telling you now that he doesn't have a lot of stuff on him. He has a bow, he has some daggers, and he has his hood. He has a few things, but he's asleep. And you see as you run up to the Liam walking up the alleyway, or kind of briskly coming up the alleyway. His
Eye patch?
yeah, I'm trying to think of. I was trying to think of a better
Iris.
name.
Is it a eye hatch?
Eye hatch.
Yeah.
Eye hatch open, with the lodestone glowing. I would say if you want the continuous effect, it's a concentration thing.
Yeah.
It has to remain open,
Yeah.
and then when it's done,
Yep.
it closes back in.
I was thinking an iris in the Stargate series. like the.
Oh
rotating.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? That's I see what you're saying.
That's cooler.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
same principle, but
yeah.
but different design.
All aesthetic. Me.
I don't know. You asked about nothing.
I caught a fish.
Oh shit.
Now what do we do with the fish?
5 people have noticed this random thing and are looking at all of you.
Oh, is he okay?
I don't know.
Go.
I'll check real quick. I'm gonna bind his
Okay.
hands.
Give me a performance check.
Yeah.
Not you, him.
11.
To do what?
Oh, him.
Yeah, I'm saying him.
Oh, okay, cool.
13.
13.
Yeah.
They kind of like. They're not leaving, but they're not getting any closer.
Okay.
So happens
what
when
are you
you
trying
drink
to?
too
What,
much.
what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna bind his hands
Give me a
discreetly. Can I cast
sleight of
guidance on
hand.
myself? That would take concentration. I will do sleight of hand.
Somebody else could cast guidance on you.
It's true.
Did you tell me what you're gonna do?
Well, you see me pulling out rope and leading down towards him.
Oh, okay, then guidance. I didn't
Thank
know. I thought you were trying to do it sneakily.
You have guidance.
But they're
Sneakily.
Sneakily.
Shit. Guidance I can add a D4.
Yes.
But
That's a 6.
Oh no, he's gonna
Okay.
look up too.
No, it's
Yeah, it's just that people notice I'm binding his hand.
It's
Oh, it's not like that's not.
you
the-
have to when it was the spear, that was an actual like
Oh, okay,
jostling
okay,
of the
okay,
body.
okay.
This is different, so it's not the same.
it's not so much shaking as it is
Yeah,
just moving
yeah.
limbs.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Also, the way he was trying to do it, that was the way Philip was trying to get away from the spear. Like that was what was wrong. Anyway, the point being,
Guys, cover the body real quick.
I can cast polymorph and make it a little thing, put in our pocket and run.
I was thinking, what level spell is that?
4.
I'll just use invisibility.
Oh, okay.
Cover me.
Okay, so I do.
Cool. I cast invisibility on the body.
Yeah, we kind of clutter around like, oh, what's going on?
Just disappears.
Yeah, I don't know how this is supposed
The Mountain Dews are now a magic show.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
And that was my
sick
impressive
man.
illusion spell. Create drunkard.
give me a deception check on that because one person is not leaving and is very interested and starts to like walk over like, oh, is he okay?
Guys, we can't all
That's
be
a
arrested.
4.
We can't all be arrested, guys.
There's one person left.
Hmm?
I walk up to them. I cast suggestion. Well, I don't cast suggestion. I look at them. I see.
No, yeah, I guess you did that before the long rest. You're
Yeah, I
lucky.
did.
All right. Hold on.
I also completely forgot about that, so I'm really glad
Okay.
I did that.
What do you say?
I suggest you go home and forget you ever saw this.
They turn and leave.
You, awesome. The two of you, killing it.
In character.
The body is invisible, but it is no longer asleep because
I'll finish binding.
invisibility is a
Also concentration spell. Yes.
So as you do that, you guys just hear the sound of, and you. This is an interesting situation. He is now invisible.
You can't see the hands.
I can see him. I have true sight.
Yes,
Alright.
you do still have that.
I have dark vision.
He is cast in shadows and night, and Philip can see him. Yeah, you do see him, and he's like already almost out of the binds. Like they were shoddily done or in a haste, and he is already like, but he sees all of you above him, and immediately starts scooting away. You have a reaction, is basically what I'm saying. What would you like to try to do? As you're the only person who can actually see his body, and you have gone off to go suggest to that person, so you're no longer by them. Just you two and Panther, and you're the only one who can see him.
I'm gonna put my boot down on his chest, force him to the ground.
Give me a... It'll be a contested strength because he is prone. You have an advantage, and he's going to have a hard time getting away from that.
Okay.
Does he also get the plus thing?
It's not a
It's
saving
not a
throw.
saving throw. Advantage, you said?
Yes, because he is prone.
Well, jeez, I broke my thing.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Sorry. Okay. Well, then,
It was working so well for you up to this point.
I mean,
Oh
I
no.
need to glue this piece again. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be insensitive.
He's complaining about how bad the rolls are. It's like maybe it's a
17.
17.
That'll
Yes.
do.
Alright.
that'll do.
He is not able to get away before you put your foot and push down. And he looks up at you.
I have some questions.
Just keeps looking at you.
I'm gonna look at you two. One of you behind his feet. I'm gonna point to where his feet are.
That should definitely
Who's-
not be me.
Who's more dexterous?
Oh, is it dexterity?
Yeah.
That should definitely
Tease
be
roll.
me.
Yeah.
Wait, am I?
Slide a hand.
You're much more dexterous than I am. I'm not dexterous at all.
Not naturally, but a 20.
Ooh,
Yay.
dirty 20.
Okay. They are bound, and you're actually able to get his hands in there on
Like
the
hog
tie.
style?
Yeah,
Y'all hog tying him.
he's
Jesus.
got like
Hey,
he,
Does the
it's
rope?
like loose enough. It's loose enough that he's not like he would be able to walk. Is basically what my point is. It's like it's not all hog tie. It's more just that you've been able to wrap his feet together and tie it in a way that he could walk, but also he's wrist bound to that as well.
I think we should take him to Daphne.
Does the rope turn invisible, or is there just
Yes,
like
it turns
okay.
invisible as it's bound to him.
Okay.
I think we should take him to Daphne. I think hiding
That's-
things from her was a bad idea.
Yeah,
We've made a
might as
citizen's
well.
arrest on someone who is following us, and we should let Daphne know that it happened and who we think he's involved with.
Okay.
Well,
Do you
I'll
think
have
she's
that
at the spire already, or at the
You
garrison?
could come back by this point.
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, the other option is have him be a surprise thing during her case, but I don't want to.
I don't
I'm
think
No.
tired of
That
surprises.
guy's making really
Yeah.
weird little dog
Yeah.
noises.
All right.
Hit him. Stop that.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss him over my shoulder. Do we think she's at the spire or still at the garrison? How much time's left until the trial?
At this point, you guys waited half an hour.
So
It was
It's another
45,
hour.
so an hour 15.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could.
hour.
I mean, I know the garrison is not our biggest fan, but I can run over there and see if she's there. I don't know how helpful that would be necessarily.
should we try to vet exactly who he is before we do this, though?
We can try.
Doesn't matter. He was following us and being creepy.
Yeah, I can't move a rope trick space, can I?
Hmm?
I can't move a rope trick space, can I? It's
What
just
do you
what it is.
mean?
Rope trick. Rope goes up. There's a magic pocket space that several people can fit in. I can't move that space once I've made it.
I
can
would say no. It's a stationary. That's kind of
The
the use of it.
Okay. I could make us a space, an invisible pocket dimension. We could question him in here. But I've only got one invisibility spell after I do that, so.
What level are all those?
Oh no, they're both level 2, so no. Oh wait, so I have, because I have an extra level 2 spell slot because of your gem. So I can, those are both level 2, so I can do a rope trick and an invisibility.
This is while you guys are walking towards the spire.
Yeah.
You're trying to talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna keep walking to the spire right now, or should we just go into the alleyway and do the rope trick?
I'm down. Do we want to try and question him in a pocket dimension?
Because I feel like we need to be hidden to do the rope trick thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does someone need to be out here to, like, I don't know, warn you guys?
No one should be able to see it. We can pull the rope up into the space with us. There'll be no one there. Like, there'll be no way to know that the pocket dimension's there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rope trick's a weird fucking spell, man.
Yes.
Can I make sure a perception check? There's like no one.
It can
like,
hold as many as 8
friends?
medium
You
or
don't
smaller
need. You don't need to do
creatures.
any perception check. Oh, sorry.
Like there's no one like that he maybe came with.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a check on that then. I was gonna say there's nobody paying attention to you guys anymore.
I can't do
Spider-Man.
math. But that is a 25.
Maybe you do need to start sitting there.
You're fairly confident that if there was somebody there, they're not there anymore.
Hey.
No, I'm not saying that there was somebody
I was
there.
like, oh no.
I'm saying if they had a friend, they are no longer in this vicinity. You can't be sure that there wasn't somebody there, but for sure. You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure that your elbow's fine.
That
Chill.
hits so hard. That made my fall asleep.
But there's nobody besides just
Okay.
basic people.
Okay, well, should we go?
Let's go. Let's
Can
go.
You, can you give me his weapons first, though?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, disarm the guy.
I'll disarm him.
Okay. Yeah, you
I
pull out the
explained
daggers.
that that's why now.
As you
because
pull
I
out the
want
dagger
weapons.
from his side and set it to the side, it's like
No, I wanna-
it goes from uninvisible.
hold them.
I'm
I'm
saying
like-
it goes
Oh,
from
yeah.
invisible.
I want to
to
do it like as
invisible.
if I'm making it appear. Like,
from your shoulder.
like
And you take off the bow and his side quiver.
Can I
set to the side.
ritually, while this all happening, try and detect magic on any of this stuff?
Sure. That's 10 minutes.
I know. I'm not going to talk during while they're questioning.
All right.
I'm not the
So
best
you bring it
questioner.
in. You're gonna try to bring it into the rope trick.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 4 or 5 of us, so there's enough room for 3 more medium-sized creatures. We can bring his gear.
All right. So you walk back down to the alley.
Cast rope trick.
Rope trick. Okay.
Philip, can you carry him up this rope? Because I figured that'd be a strength check. Because I figured that would
Probably.
be a strength check, he said, as Miles and not Liam.
Probably, if anybody's gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, here, we can try. I'm gonna...
All right.
No checks necessary. You get him up there.
Alright,
He
cool.
just
Okay.
like throws him into the body.
Because like you climbing up it and then isn't rope trick concentration though?
No, just 1 hour duration.
Okay. It's just something where like you climb up first and then you push him up. So like yeah, you're able to like get him in there and then the rest of you get up the rope.
We're in a magical spells phase. I'm so excited I got to use this spell today. I just got this at the level up. It's like it's great. You just like mentioned it offhandedly like a week or 2 ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago or something. And then I saw it as a spell that I could learn, and I'm like, you never know.
That's gotta be helpful.
It's helpful in other situations too. I'll let you know now.
Oh yeah.
It's a really cool spell. It's a weirdly specific spell where I don't know how they thought of it.
Sometimes there's like specific spells where you're like, oh, I would never need this outside of one time.
Yeah.
But there's other ones that are super specific where you're like, oh, but I could use that so many different ways. Like it's super cool. In the space, it is just sort of void black outside of the one hole that lets you back out, and all of you come in, like full color, like as if you had a brightly shined source of light on you.
So it's like a Vanta Black space.
Yeah.
It's not that there's no light. It's that everything's just Vanta Black.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Alright.
Tron?
And the invisible body you set down.
I wasn't serious.
Would you like to ask him who he is? Oh no, long rest. Shite.
I mean, I can still ask him.
That's fair.
Zone of Truth!
There it is.
Hey.
That's where it is.
Do you drop invisibility at this point? Or
Yeah.
is he still... Okay. It's like been close to a minute anyway. It was about to drop.
Invisibility's an hour.
Is it an hour? I thought it was
Yes.
only a minute.
Holy
Oh,
No, because
okay,
remember he
cool.
was invisible for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
It's sleep that's a minute.
I
Sleep is a
think
minute.
I was getting them mixed up.
Levitate's 10 minutes.
Too
Okay.
many spells getting thrown
I
around.
I'm
don't
going
ever
magic
worry
heavy
about
today.
I don't ever worry about remembering every spell because it's like I would rather you just tell me. Zone of truth.
Zone of truth.
The invisibility has dropped, and he just kind of keeps laying there, bound.
Who are you?
He doesn't answer.
Why are you following us?
Because you're not compelled to answer, right?
I don't have to roll.
No,
No,
you just
doesn't.
can't lie. if
But
you
that's what I'm
do.
saying. Did he roll?
He has to.
So I'm saying I don't think he's gonna answer. But to me, it's Chelsea having a moment of
Yeah.
metagaming.
Well, Nameless could think that though. That's not metagaming to me.
No, that
Nameless
you
is like,
that you
He has to roll.
Tyler didn't roll because you're not gonna answer. That's me metagaming. Also, I'm
All right.
They can get
No, there's a reason to it. I'm just letting you guys go.
I'm,
Alright.
He's
I'm
still wearing a
detecting
mask,
magic.
right? He's still wearing a mask.
He has it's like a bandana. It's not like a.
I want to pull it down.
He has like a scar on his lip, but other than that, no.
I don't know anything like.
Nope.
Not that I would, but
Yeah, just no.
He has no mouth.
No tongue.
That's a Miles nightmare. Don't do that to him.
That is
personal
what got me.
bonus.
Yeah, as a kid, I hated that whenever they showed it in movies. I was telling Tyler about it earlier. I did all the stuff I knew how to do to get him here. I don't
asking the right questions.
like. I couldn't. You guys didn't react very well when I
I'm gonna.
threatened to kill someone for answers, so I don't want to do that this time.
yeah, please don't.
Well, looks like he's being a little tight-lipped.
Well.
Gonna.
I mean, I guess he could just share with the garrison the
is he-
plans to kill everybody in Beauvasia himself.
Is
I
he-
mean,
is
he
he-
doesn't need to tell us.
Is he wearing shoes?
Yeah.
Gonna take the shoes off. And just start tickling his feet, like, mercilessly.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
That's so much nicer
It's
than
the
what I
most-
was gonna do. I was gonna burn him. So that's so much nicer.
Oh fuck!
Phil
Holy
doesn't,
shit,
Phil
Nameless.
doesn't want to, like, beat the shit out of a guy, necessarily.
He does start laughing.
It's the most Philip solution
Yeah.
to anything in the whole world. I'm gonna tickle him until he tells us.
What's your name? What's your name?
He kind of
Who do you
he's
want
just like
for?
in the throes of laughter. He's like having a hard time breathing, but it's one of those things where he's laughing and not answering though. He's not answering the question, but he is certainly being affected by what you're doing.
Just gonna keep going. I don't know.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Is it like Constitution? Or
So we're just
what
gonna
is
keep
it?
asking him,
Stay
what-
on the
Dude,
back
there's
there.
multiple dice in there.
He continues to laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh, and there's a moment where you see him bite down real
I
hard,
knew it. Fuck. I knew we should have stopped it.
and he stops laughing.
Lesser restoration. It's a poison.
I
Right?
literally was going to do this. I was gonna have like an ability to do with the poisons. It's one of my spells.
Is Lesser Restoration a reaction, or is it an action to cast that spell?
It's an action,
Okay.
I believe. Hey, let me check just to be safe.
But if you see something, can you take an action on it?
If you see something,
If
say
you-
something.
If you see him bite down real hard,
No, that would be a reaction. That's
that's
my
a
point.
reaction. Okay.
We're getting into gray area of like, when is something okay? And it's
Yeah,
like
I
it's not real like rule. It's just that my usual thing. Not working against you.
It's
I'm
what-
trying to say like what
It's
does
one
make
action,
sense.
but it's touch and instantaneous.
And he was real quick on.
That's
on-
right. It is touch. It is
He
one
was
action. It
immediate,
is
yeah.
But I
This
said
As
the
his
body
body, like,
needs to
starts
know that, yeah.
As
that
his body
takes us-
starts to convulse, and he just throws up this like foam and this like green liquid.
That's gross.
The
I'm gonna
vomit
grab
falls
him by the-
out.
You should
I'm
really
gonna
become
grab
a
his
snake
face.
person.
Hold his mouth open, and I'm gonna search for any other things. I'm gonna whip out my hammer, and I'm gonna pull open Tinker Tool pliers.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Well,
don't
Steve,
stick
Give
your
me
fingers
a
in there.
Tinker's Tools check.
Don't stick your fingers in there. You'll be
Yes.
Liam Nine Finger.
But he gets to make a magic finger.
Sorry,
Oh,
it's
no.
plus 11.
Yeah.
That's 30. That's 30!
Here's
For
what-
those sensitive at home,
All the sign.
I'm gonna leave the room if you don't mind. That's
the sound of this metal hitting the bone of teeth, and you're able to like wrench his mouth and put your like and there's the
you look so
gagging
happy?
noises of
Impressive.
of him like having this tool in his mouth, and you kind of just like every time he like convulses against it, you like press him down harder, and like you're searching for the capsules.
Yeah.
Holy fuck,
And,
you want
like,
to join the
you
Crimson
keep-
Dawn, dude?
You keep like pressing
You're
against
there.
them with the tools, and like
in spirit. I heard that happen.
as you end, just this sea of pink saliva just comes out as his gums are bleeding from the rough nature of which you have to check all of the teeth as the scraping metal against the bone.
Stop it, please.
Technically it's not bone.
Teeth
Well,
are-
for the non-fake ones, it is.
teeth are just dead hair.
all right, I thought teeth were bones. Sorry.
Please stop my.
You end it with there was only one.
Alright.
Me.
Now that we've got the easy way out of the way, would you like to go the slightly less easy way, or the very difficult way?
Give me an intimidation check with advantage, both of you.
Threatening tickle fingers is just.
I didn't know what that was.
You said advantage?
And
Yeah.
I'm just standing
Yeah.
there like.
Oh, is it bad? Is
With
it
advantage?
really bad?
18.
Oh, it's really good.
18.
It's just like of all things to be good at, tickling.
I
With
know.
advantage.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
very
the most
fun.
Philip thing.
The first
I've
was
ever
the first
heard.
was 23. The second 17. 23.
You just sort of. You know, you won't kill me, and they will. They will.
I mean, not to be rude, but that's kind of your fault. You kind of got in with them.
At this point, there's one way they won't kill you. And we're your only chance to that.
And if you fear death so much, you shouldn't have tried to kill yourself a minute ago.
It's not
If
that I
you're in-
fear death. I fear the death they give you.
If you're in custody, they're not going to be able to break you out just to torture you. If they kill you while you're in custody, it'll have to be quick and cold anyway. If we let you go or leave you on the side of the road now, they'll assume you told us things and they'll torture you to death. So coming with us is either a quick death with the only potential for not dying, or we leave you on the side of the road bound and you get tortured to death.
You don't know anything about them, do you?
That's why we're talking to
We know
you.
more than you think.
But less than we'd like to.
I did mean to say, Zone of Truth is not a spell that you get to decide who and who
Yeah.
doesn't have to do it. Technically,
All of those
telling the
things
truth.
are true!
all of you
We haven't
do
lied.
have to. I was saying, if you want to lie, you have to roll a DC.
Yeah,
I'm
Okay.
just spelling it.
I just
All
meant
of
to
that
say,
is
I
true.
was like, I was
Yeah.
I was
That's why I
waiting
kinda
for the
started out
moment.
being rude. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was true.
I was waiting for the
He put
moment for it
himself
to
in there.
come up.
Oh no, I just
Not
assumed that was why
necessarily,
you
they
weren't
picked
because
me
I was
up.
like, he's not gonna talk.
No,
But
I didn't want to do it yet.
No,
I was
that's
like,
why I was like,
because
you
I
have to
wanted,
leave, like,
I wanted to
it's your
see.
fault.
you wanted to die.
I wanted to see if
But
somebody
it's
was going to
not.
try to lie.
Kind
That was
of.
all.
You could have said
Um,
no.
No, Clickwhistle couldn't say no.
He looks to you all and he just says, "You have a very wrong idea. Crimson Dawn is just an organization. We don't. There's no motivation. There's nothing here. I've been in this for at least a decade. We don't want people talking. And that's our main concern. And you think that what? We started a war? That we wanted this to happen? No. People are core hall. Our potential customers. Everything is a potential. Crimson Dawn doesn't kill because it needs things to happen. It kills because it's asked. We perform a function.
No one's ever asked you to start a war.
No, not me. Oh, Jesus, no. Not me.
But someone?
No. You want to start a war, you make fun of a royal, you attack a city. No, this isn't that. This is not signs of, in my experience, in the Crimson Dawn, we don't do that. Somebody's playing a game. If you don't see that, then I don't. Know. I'm not asked to know. I'm not paid to know. And I was only paid to follow you.
Why?
Because you know the bird.
We know there's a game being played. The way things stand right now, it looks like that blame is going to fall on the Dawn. If they're not responsible for it...
No, the blame's going to be put on Bovasia. You think at all that somebody's going to listen about shadow organization? That's one of our strong points. Blame doesn't stick.
Who paid you to follow us?
The director.
Of the Crimson Dawn? And there's no name? Or you're just... Sorry, you're probably just not going to give it to us.
I don't know their name. They don't. They've never said it. Never met him in person.
And your name?
Dratstical. Dratstical is my name.
That's a fucking good name.
It's a great name.
I have no
Are you aware of the job that the bird was just given recently?
Yes.
What are Crimson Dawn's plans if she ends up in jail?
That's why I'm following you. We want to know what the outcome is.
And if she ends up in jail, what are you to do?
It's 100 miles to Bandar Rock Prison.
What does the Dawn want out of this?
There's a reason she was assigned to Thaddeus Brogg.
Why?
I'm only supposed to know what I'm supposed to know. All I know is that whatever the bird, whatever it knew, whatever
she knew, it was worth it for the director to keep an eye on her.
How do I get in contact with the director?
You don't. That's not how it works. You want to bite the head off of a snake that wraps around the world.
Well.
Find the head. You do more than any Crimson Dawn member has ever done. The only thing I know is that if this goes south, there's a few people in place to make sure she never makes it to Bandarrock. Alive is... she'd be alive is what I mean.
Thank God.
So
It's a caravan. Anybody who's going to go from Sestead to Bandarrock is going to be in a caravan.
And the
Okay,
Crimson
so to clarify,
Dawn is
when you-
planning to break her out.
If it goes that way.
I'm assuming
That's why
you
we're
won't have-
following you. Is to see what you would do. And apparently, I was quick enough on the draw. You shouldn't be knowing this.
I don't think we can bring him to the trial.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that would accomplish. I don't know anything anymore.
Have I touched any magic on yet?
By this point, you would have been able to end your ritual.
I mean,
There is no magic on any of the weapons.
throw 'em back.
Or any of his equipment in general. Like, there's no... He has no magic qualities to his equipment.
So what do we do with them now?
I don't know.
Well, we either leave him for the dawn, or we take him in, I think.
What do you mean? Oh, I thought you meant like as a child. Okay.
We adopt him. We teach
We can't bring more people.
we
into
teach him to
the
love. We give him,
I was like, who doesn't have a kid right now or someone else?
we
Quick
need a
whistle.
we need a tutor for the
I
kobolds.
mean,
Clickwhistle's best buddy.
first of all, Yvonne's doing a great job, so don't.
Yvonne can do everything.
I mean,
Yes.
we're not the best actors, obviously, as we just found out over there. But maybe we just keep going about our business as if this conversation didn't happen and we let you keep following us. Because they might already, they probably already know that we've had this conversation.
No, I was
You
the
say
only one following you.
you say the dawn is behind this attack, or is not behind this attack.
No. What would we gain?
Do you know if they have any inkling
At
who
least
was?
as far as I understand, we don't gain anything by two countries going to war with each other. Our business comes from small contracts or pettiness. Small things.
Do you at least know?
That's how we go unnoticed.
Do you at least know this job that the bird was given? Do you know if that came through a client or from the dawn itself?
I don't know. That's not what we do. It's not how this all works. All I know is it's important enough to break her out.
It's fair.
Bandarrock's not a place that you want to be put. It's 3 miles underground in a lake, chained to the
Made of lava.
it's, so not only are you surrounded by earth, you break out of that, you've got quite a swim ahead of you.
Do you know anything about who the attack on? What's it called?
Corval?
Corval.
Corval.
Corvo from
Cuervo.
the series I can't remember the name of. Alright, Corval. Do you know anything about who was responsible for Corval?
No.
Clickwhistle got in this mess because she didn't fulfill a contract earlier. Do you know why she was given that contract?
All I understand is that contract is important. It's important because it has something to do with something. Maybe it has something to do with Core Hall, maybe it doesn't, but it came from the top. I'd say it probably has logical conclusion, it has something to do with it. You know, just go to a Bovasian artificer and try to steal his stuff.
Are you okay?
Not a truth.
And the after effects of the... It's not comfortable.
What
Wait, is he glowing? There's no magic whatsoever?
Mm-mm.
No.
what should we do? What would you like us to do with you? Like our idea.
You're right. I'm the only one who followed you. I think we can both make out of this okay if you leave me to follow you as if nothing happened.
I'm just gonna say it, and how do we know that you're gonna not go tell them and we know?
I might.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he cares if you know.
All
Well,
we
then why are our lives threatened if she doesn't fulfill her contract?
That's just part of the dawn.
Right, so, but why?
That's just because he wants the job done. That's not because you guys know something specific.
That's
In
why-
my experience, you're asking me what the director wants, and I don't know.
all we want is the bird out. And we want to know what happened in Core Hall. If you swear that the Dawn isn't responsible for it,
There would be no sense to it. None of my... Got some friends in Core Hall. When it happened, I reached out. None of them understood what happened. And a few of our Crimson Dawn agents were even part of that mass of dead.
well, if they're not behind it, then they won't have to worry about us.
I can relay that. Certainly that was the director's worry, I imagine. I don't know. Part of the thing was just to follow you. I wasn't supposed to do anything. It's just to see what you would do, if you would break her out yourself, or if we would have to move on with the plan.
Well, that's in development. All I can say is that if he does come for the bird, he's going to have a much harder time getting rid of her than we thought. Than he probably thinks he would.
You don't know the director then.
Well, he doesn't know us.
That might change. That might change.
I love Philip Tough Talk. Like,
So,
my
what is
favorite.
your question?
My question was, would I have recognized that face?
What face?
The face of the guy with the scar.
Would you?
Um,
No, I'm sorry. I'm fucking with you. He's like, you're
Oh.
not there. I can't tell you.
okay. I mean, I was like that. That was the thing.
Sorry.
Like,
No,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
pretty sure you
I'm
weren't
just
gonna
like-
tell me.
I can't tell you. You're not privy to this information. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Maybe
Yeah,
I can
no.
tell you in private, but like I wouldn't tell you who it was.
No. I was just like I knew that it was probably a go fuck yourself answer, but like I was just wondering.
Nah, I can't tell you.
Okay, great. Go.
Tune in next week.
Still
for
just
the
move in the
dramatic
cot. Still just
conclusion.
move in the cot.
Is there anything? Is there one last thing you guys want to ask?
No.
Is there anything we haven't covered? Apparently they're not involved in Core Hall. He's been under Zone
How
of
long
Truth
does
this
Zone
entire
of Truth
time.
last? 10 minutes?
It's a while. Let me
Hour.
see. have the answer in just a moment.
Next week.
10 minutes.
Next time on
10 minutes. I'll have the answer next time on the
You're
next.
reaching the end of it.
Okay.
So they're planning to break her out so she can finish her job.
Yes.
If she does this job, are you done with her, or is she just going to keep being strung along forever?
That's not up to me.
How does one get out of this? Not like this literal
There's
space.
one solid way.
Okay,
Is it
what's
that
with the
tablet that you have in your
non-solid
mouth?
way?
Yeah. And then there's also death, just in general.
So someone like faked her death.
I don't know. Maybe. She's pretty unique. Be hard to walk around again without having a visage.
So that's it. She's in it for life then.
It's kind of the way of the dawn.
Well,
It's not up to me.
if they want justice for what happened in Core Hall, then even if they break her out, she needs to stay with us.
As
We'll
far as
figure-
as far as I'm concerned, all I was asked to do was follow you, see what was going on.
Okay.
There's no other pipeline info about anything regarding you guys outside of her job, and that's just standard. I haven't seen any listings put up about the four of you. Doesn't seem like you're bothering the director just yet.
Well, the way things are going, it seems like we won't have to.
So like, go to trial now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Are we
stump,
just leaving him?
stump this fool.
No.
You guys
But
come
untie
out of
him.
the. You guys would come out of the rope trick and
Yeah.
and just untie him. And he says, "I'm gonna need my weapons back."
Oh, I left them on the floor in the rope trick.
All things left in the rope trick are expelled, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
good.
Oh
Yeah.
god, the daggers
As he says that.
Everyone gets a little stabbed.
implants itself in the crown of his head.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
You
That
see,
happened.
we didn't kill him. He just died by
Gravity.
happenstance.
Gravity killed
It's
him.
his own knife.
So he's got his weapons and puts his short bow.
Was that message in Sharpie or like can we like
No, it was scritched into the wall.
Yeah, we can do it, right?
You better
Okay.
scritchy out.
Yeah.
I
that's
mean, you
fine.
can cast mending.
Yeah, I cast mending.
I mend the bricks.
It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just mend. You see Liam kind of just. Oh, you know what would be funny? Is like you take your hammer, you just.
just like
fixes
some
It's like
like
Guns of Icarus.
Yeah.
you just like hit this thing and it suddenly just
It just pops out.
yeah.
He doesn't say anything. Puts his mask on. You see him and turn invisible again. And you kind of see like the fence like wiggle a bit, and you hear him land on the roof.
All right.
And
good.
you see him do this like because your true sight's still going, so like you see him like onto the fence and like to get up. Like you didn't really do it like, but for those who can't see visible people, it looked like he just onto the roof.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, not as cool as you think. Thank you guys for coming by this week.
Thank you very much, everybody. That is where we're going to call this session, and we will start the next one right off with that. And I hope you enjoy the night. I hope whoever won our Oracle giveaway enjoys it.
It's
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
a lot of stuff to go through.
It's a lot of stuff. I'm
cleric
excited
domain's
to like
interesting.
still continue to read it. But have a good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. You feel good about that.
Hi, diddle diddle. It's time for a riddle. This is my audition for the Riddler. This whole